window today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax in downtown? Welcome to Cavo's Bar and Kitchen, the family-owned sports bar nestled in the residential charm of Thornton Park. Since 2019, Cavo's has been serving elevated bar food inspired by Northeast flavors from Philly and NYC, with solid cocktails and draft beers. Catch the game on TV and savor scratch-made appetizers, sandwiches, and salads. Cavo's Bar and Kitchen, where quality, comfort, and community come together. 900 East Washington Street in downtown Orlando. Cavo's Bar and Kitchen. It's a family thing. Go Birds.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, we'll get our Bam movie review. Bam back in today, and he went to see Superman. So we'll find out what Bam has to think about Superman. No sports today. Brandon is off, but we will do some trivia in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll end it up with Ray Trenley. TK Law, One Firm for Life, and we'll do You Heard It Here First, plus your call, sex, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social. That's Facebook and Instagram at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and on YouTube, it's JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check out everything regarding the program. Leave us a talk back easily by grabbing the iHeartRadio app. Simply go to Real Radio and use that microphone to send your comment on over to Jack. We'll get you on there. Superstardom is right on the corner.
Superstar.
Just that easy. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Let me tell you why you are doing good.
We're working in air conditioning.
You are working
Yes,
inside. I have a photograph on my phone to show my wife a little bit later. When I got in my truck today around 12:15 to start moving toward the radio station, it was a balmy 104 degrees.
Oh, I love it.
In my
favorite number
on my truck thermometer. And even after going down the road for a few minutes and allowing the air to purge the standing heat, still a hundo.
I'm curious about car thermometers, and we see this on the dashboard, and I know there's a lot of talk when in extreme weather, either side, that's what people post, right?
Right, yeah.
It becomes more of the conversation. But it always seems to be hotter than the air outside on those things. Where is the thermostat? Where is the temperature being taken in a car thermometer? And is it basically like the heat hitting the frame of the car? Is that thermostat somewhere in the engine? Is it in the dash? Where is that temperature, that degree?
That's a great question. We know it's not inside. If it was inside, it'd be 130 degrees, or 120 or whatever it is. I do not know the answer to that, but I always kind of when I'm taking that into consideration, like when I played golf this past weekend, got in the car around like 11:30 or 12, and it was already 99 degrees. But as you start moving down the road, it kind of drops a little bit. This morning it was 104 when I started going. It still never made it below 100 degrees, and we know the feels like temperature is over 100. Today is actually supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far.
Actually, no, tomorrow.
Is it really?
So right
Son
now,
of a bitch.
Well, we don't even know tomorrow. Maybe we know today.
Well, right now it's 97 degrees, but it feels like 109. Now we're under a heat advisory right now. Tomorrow, there's already an alert on my phone that calls for an extreme heat watch.
Yeah.
From noon until 7 p.m. tomorrow as well. So tomorrow, I guess, is supposed to be even hotter than it is today.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't see any, and there's been no rain in the forecast, which is really bizarre for it to be this hot and not rain to give us some relief in the afternoons. Not one drop the entire weekend long at my place.
So here's the difference. So for the heat advisory, heat index values up to 112. So that's what we have today. For tomorrow, the extreme heat watch, dangerously hot conditions with heat index values 110 to 115.
God, that is so
is
crazy. That's like
possible.
Death Valley stuff, dude.
It is.
So here, I roughed it today. I park about 50 feet from the door. I was about 20 feet into my walk on the asphalt where I already gave up on the idea of taking the stairs up.
Yeah. Good for you.
And I was just looking for an excuse to take the elevator.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Perfect.
yeah.
Had to conserve energy. you know.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
thinking of knocking the packages out of any FedEx or UPS drivers that come in the building just to give them a couple of extra minutes to have to pick them back up again to stay in the AC.
Dude, I was in the elevator with a FedEx guy coming up Friday, and I looked at him and I said, "How you doing, boss?" And he goes, "I'm all right. Why do you ask?" I'm like, "Well, I ask because it's 135 degrees in the back of that GD truck you drive." And he goes, "Yeah, you just learn how to deal with it. You just learn how to deal with it. Just drink water,
guess.
water. It's crazy."
Texters are saying your car temperature is determined by a thermostat in the grill area of your car.
Okay.
So I could see, as the sun's hitting your car as it's parked, it would be warmer than the outside air.
Right.
And once you start moving, it should kind of reflect what the outside air temperature is for everyone.
I mean, theoretically, but I mean, also theoretically, the darker your car paint, the temperature would read higher near the car, would it not?
I would assume so.
Which begs another question, because I had this one over the weekend.
Oh, my God.
Or the end of the week last week. I have now a sunshade I put in my windshield because, keep the car cooler, but also I want to protect the dashboard.
Yes. And
against cracking, because I've had my older cars where you start to see it just cracks and then it looks like garbage. So I want to be a little preventative care for my vehicle that I want to make last and look as good as long as I can.
All right.
It's two sides. There's a silver side and a black side.
Okay. Silver side out.
Are we sure?
I would think, you want to reflect as much of that sunlight as possible. That's what they're doing. Let's put that sunlight on somebody else.
Seems kind of rude.
Let's reflect that death ray into somebody else's property or onto their body. I would think. That's
it's like a matte silver, so there's not much reflection, but I understand the idea.
Yeah.
Like the darker absorbs it, because I'm surprised it's not one of those thick ones. It's kind of one that you unfold, it pops up, and
and then you can never figure out how to make it go back again.
Right, You have to twist and pull at the same time.
It took a while, but I mastered it.
All right.
I am very thrilled about that. Although my steering wheel is still hot, even using that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like I'm wondering how good is it?
And listen, by the way, this is also a good time to remind people because, if you can feel the heat through the bottom of your shoes walking across the parking lot, just keep that in mind when you're taking your dogs for a walk.
Oh, yeah.
Try and let them walk on as much grass as possible, because if you can't put your hand on the concrete and it's too hot, then it's going to be too hot for your pup.
Daughter came over yesterday, so they tried to take the dog to a park, and even in the sand, the dog was reacting to the heat on just walking through the sand.
Yeah.
You walked on the beach. Sand is horrible.
Sand is, exactly.
That's the worst.
A lot of stuff to talk about today coming up. We are having the BAM is giving us a movie review of Superman. I did happen to check out Happy Gilmore this weekend.
I was wondering about
Happy
that.
Gilmore Part 2, and it's exactly what you'd think it'd be.
I almost watched.
No, you should have.
Well, instead, I downloaded the free trial of Paramount because I refused to give them a dime, scumbags. Because I wanted to see the South Park.
Right.
Yeah. So I watched the South Park premiere from last week.
What'd you think?
beautiful.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, it is so brutal.
It's beautifully brutal.
Like every day, it makes news in some other way. You know, it's so crazy.
Keep going.
No.
Somebody texted us at 77031. I feel so bad. Right now in Hardyville, South Carolina, temperature 100, feels like 117. I moved here from Central Florida to escape the heat.
Yeah, they're saying Savannah is one of the hottest spots on the East Coast.
No, 100 degrees is what it's forecast.
Woo!
So Happy Gilmore 2, I became interested when I saw all the talk of all the cameos in it.
Yeah, and there's tons of them.
Did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah, it was, here's the thing. Did I think it was going to be the next Raising Arizona or any great movie? No, I didn't think it was going to be that. But the cameos were fun. And if you're a golfer trying to find the cameos of golfers, and apparently there were a lot of other cameos from either the movie before or his career.
That or just people in general, influencers,
Right.
It's just filled with cameos.
Right, yeah. We got most of the golf ones. I think we got all of the golf ones and only recognized some of the others.
I think Sean Watson on the News Junkies described it best, talking about like with Adam Sandler movies, he's kind of in a lane of his own. You're not getting an Oscar nominated stuff. It's just, it's an Adam Sandler movie. I mean, you kind of write it off to that, and then you know what to expect.
And there was enough of Sandler in there and his Sandler-esque comedy. You don't really look if it moves from one scene to the next and keeps some semblance of cohesiveness to the storyline. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But it's like, to me, it's like a lot of Will Ferrell movies. You're watching for the scenes. You're not really watching for the totality of the film itself.
The story arc.
Yeah. You're not going for the story arc. You're not looking for that classic subtext. You're in there to see Will Ferrell act like a moron from scene to scene, and that's what you like.
Can't wait to see how this wraps up in Act 3.
Yeah, exactly right. I think on the political front, as I've been watching a little bit. Well, I don't want to get into that right now, but I will get into this. Like, so the Ghislaine Maxwell thing, right? Or excuse me, how do we?
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Just go Ghislaine.
Like
I'm
Ghislaine.
going to call her Ghislaine.
Say it fast. Say it once.
Ghislaine.
Don't look back.
Well, this thing is still brewing out there. Obviously, now there's so much other stuff being thrown out. This is literally like feeding the gremlin, right? This is like getting water. Is it the gremlins?
Yeah.
You get water on them. They just keep repeating.
They multiply.
Yeah. Same type thing with this when it comes to the theories now. Now Trump's claiming that there's a possibility somebody planted stuff in there. But the thing I can't get over is this. Like, why are they even meeting with her? Like, don't they have thousands of videos? I mean, didn't What's-Her-Face say that very thing? They have thousands of videos and thousands of photographs, and we know even now they had audio tape from a wiretap with hours of conversations between Ghislaine and Epstein. Why do they need to talk to her? Like, they have all the evidence. What else are they getting? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why they're even going up there to talk to her. Why are they in Tallahassee? Why is she speaking to anyone? They have the information. They've told us multiple times that they have it all out of the mouth of the AG and the director of the FBI. Said it clearly on television multiple times. We have all of the information. They directed the raid. Why do they need to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell? It's a very interesting concept. I do not understand it.
I think it's just to make it look like they're actually doing something.
Yeah, but doing what? They have all the information. There's nothing that she could provide them anymore. They have all the video. They have all the photographs. They have all of the context from the conversations for years. They know it. They have everything. They have all of the stuff that they pulled out of this guy's estate. Why do they need to talk to her?
And there's breaking news right now that she's been granted limited immunity to talk to DOJ.
There you go. Yeah. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Deb, what do you have for news?
We're going to talk about emergency rooms are seeing more heat-related illnesses. No surprise there. The next story, though, a newborn is found abandoned in an Orlando driveway. And a new use for old drywall. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News, including that new breaking news that Jack just mentioned.
You got it. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. We'll take a little break, come back, get Deb's news, and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic's piling up due to an accident blocking the ramp from State Road 408 westbound to I-4. I believe One lane's getting by in that area. Move over and slow down if you see crews on the roadways. There's a crash getting cleared up on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching Canoe Creek Road. And your typical delays are starting to pile up on I-4 this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for massive stunts, crazy skills, featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Big time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets.
Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. Tickets on sale now.
You've got apps for everything. Music, photos, even ordering coffee. But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Cypress Hill. And atmosphere.
Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate.
The Dank Days of Summer Tour. With special guests Lupe Fiasco and The Far Side.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
Friday, August 8th at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets for the Dank Days of Summer Tour on sale now at theamp.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Check out Behind the Flow, a podcast documentary series following the launch of San Diego Football Club.
San Diego coming to MLS is going to be a game changer because this region has been hungry for a men's professional soccer team.
We need to embrace this community.
Listen to San Diego FC Behind the Flow on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Behind the Flow and start listening.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hello, Goldbertians, and happy Monday. Listen, a car salesman friend of mine, they actually did that experiment with a black car and a white car, and it turns out the black car couldn't swim. No, it turns out that it was 0.01 of a difference in temperature, so it's really not a big difference. Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There is Jack. Yep. And Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow. Does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice wants the Supreme Court to overturn her sex trafficking conviction.
Wow.
In a new brief filed today, Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers argue an agreement made between Epstein and the U.S. government shields her from prosecution. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence in federal prison in Tallahassee. She met with the DOJ for questioning last week as the Trump administration continues to face pressure to release all files related to the Epstein case. All right, a federal judge in Miami is hearing arguments from attorneys claiming the state is holding detainees at Alligator Alcatraz without due process. Immigration attorney Tammy Fox Iskoff says there's no clear answer as to who is in charge of the detainees and their cases.
You can't meet with your client. Your client can't call you from a private, unmonitored line. You can't get a bond hearing because the federal Department of Homeland Security say they don't have jurisdiction over the body.
So the plaintiffs want the judge to identify an immigration court that has jurisdiction over the Everglades detainees since they're not being given any access.
Yeah.
Said once you're taken to Alligator Alcatraz, it becomes a maze.
It's going to be very interesting when these things start getting litigated.
Yeah.
I'm just very interested in how that works out, how this is going to be litigated.
Well, Orlando police are looking for the parents or the guardians of a 1-week-old child. They say the baby boy was found in a car seat in the driveway of a home on Lido Street this morning.
Ew.
They say the baby is in good health and is being treated at a local hospital. Florida's safe haven law allows parents of newborns to drop them off anonymously at hospitals and fire rescue stations without fear of prosecution. Generally not the driveway.
God, dog, that's crazy. That's like the second one in a week, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. We had the one last week. I think it was in Eustis.
Yeah, in a karate parking lot.
So that was an accident.
That was an accident.
Yeah, she was watching and she was all distraught, but still had to, got charged.
Right.
But what was the location of this driveway?
It's Lido Street in Orlando.
It wasn't a hospital.
No, it was in the driveway of this home.
Oh, boy.
Jack's trying to make sense of it. It doesn't,
you can't.
Yeah. It's a rando driveway, dog.
The immunity thing.
I know.
Fire stations and hospitals.
Right, exactly.
I thought maybe if they made it to the driveway of the fire station of the hospital.
No.
There's an argument there.
No, just the home of just driveway there at someone's house.
They just forgot. They brought in the groceries.
It's so
and
terrible.
then they got in the AC. They're like, oh, thank God.
Right, exactly.
I know.
I love you, but
Only
I forgot
1
you.
week
in the parking lot.
old.
Yeah.
All right.
In a baby seat, though, right?
Yes.
So they went through the process of buying a car seat and doing all that stuff, and then abandoned the child in a parking lot.
1 week.
Yeah.
1 week old baby boy.
They weren't used to the routine, right? It takes 18 days to establish a new routine. They only had the kids 7. They just weren't used to the routine.
Well, speaking of not being used to the routine, forecasters are calling for dangerous heat, not just today, but again tomorrow in Central Florida. National Weather Service says highs will be around 100 degrees in Orlando. Feels like temps near 107. Actually, right now, it's 97 with a feel-like temp of 109. A heat advisory will be in effect through 7 o'clock tonight. Folks who do plan to be outside should drink plenty of fluids and take breaks in air-conditioned spaces. If you have delivery people, give them a cold bottle of water.
Yes, please.
Seriously, think about them. Tampa has a new weather record. For the first time ever, Tampa International Airport recorded a temperature of 100 degrees yesterday. TPA hit the century mark around 3:10 p.m. Now, the city's weather records go back to 1890.
Damn.
The previous record of 99 degrees was reached most recently 5 years ago. Again, today, the National Weather Service expecting a high near 100. All right, the emergency room at Miami Beach's Mount Sinai Medical Center has been seeing a spike in heat-related illnesses from people on vacation and playing sports, but mainly, who do you think they're seeing come into the emergency room?
The elderly.
No, landscapers and construction workers.
Oh, wow. I was just talking to my buddy Friday night because we had the movie over at my buddy Code Black's house. We did it outside, which was actually pleasant. And my buddy's a landscaper, and I asked him about this. He goes, man, the only thing you can see when I'm working is the back of my hands, and I drink more water than you could ever imagine, and that's just to stay alive.
Exactly. So emergency medicine chief Dr. David Farsi says signs of mild dehydration include sweating, nausea, and palpitations, but that's not all. Here's what you really need to pay attention to.
The muscle cramping is really the big thing. That's the early sign that we need to pay attention to say, hey, you're not drinking enough. We need to catch up.
And it's not just water, right? It's Gatorade. It's things that replace the electrolytes that you're losing. And remember,
the salt too,
heart, blood pressure, diuretics, some antidepressant medicines can block the body's natural reaction to heat. So if you're on any one of those kinds of medications, this extreme heat could really hit you a little bit harder than maybe even on a normal hot day. Yeah. All right, thousands of NASA employees are taking advantage of early retirement. NASA recently announced 3,000 employees have accepted offers of early retirement or resigned. This amounts to about a fifth of its workforce. That leaves NASA with about 14,000 civil servants. That's not all. Spirit Airlines is doing more belt tightening. The Florida-based discount carrier said today it's going to furlough 270 pilots this fall as it reduces its off-season schedule to cut costs. The airline will also downgrade more than 100 pilots from captain to first officer as of October 1st. Take that paycheck.
Yeah.
Spirit has struggled to turn a profit since it emerged from Chapter 11 bankruptcy back in March. Industry analysts say overall travel demand has been softer than they expected this year. Maybe it's all those headlines of people getting water and stuff tossed on them in Europe.
It's also people just kind of minding their money because they really have no idea what the economy is going to do from hour to hour, because you never know if a tariff is going to affect your business or it's going to affect your supply chain for your company you work for. So everybody's just kind of holding on right now is what I think.
Absolutely.
That's what I hear out in the world anyway.
Because you just don't know.
Right. You simply do not know.
You just don't know.
And when you do think you know, it could change in that next day or in that next hour or whatever. So that's what makes it so uncertain. But I guess August 1st is going to change a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. That's supposed to be the deadline.
Well, Governor Ron DeSantis is making one thing clear. He's not necessarily a fan of artificial intelligence, Jimmy. The governor is promising to release a set of policies on AI in the near future. But speaking in Panama City, he says he knows we can't bury our heads in the sand and pretend technology doesn't exist.
You know, it's one thing for technology to enhance the human experience. It's another thing for technology to try to supplant the human experience and to act like humans don't even really need to think for themselves.
In fact, the governor says AI is wrong a lot of the time. He says it often depends on the data going in. He says garbage going in, garbage coming out.
Did you see the test results on salaries and women in job interviews?
No.
I believe it was an English group. They did a survey with many different AI chatbots, including ChatGPT, on people. They set it up for people going into a job interview and how to negotiate that. And they said the male, they would always have him ask for more money. And with women candidates, they ask to settle or take less money. Because what's it doing? It's feeding on the information that's out there.
Right.
So that's what it's drawing from to provide that advice.
Oh, man.
That's a kick in the nuts.
So it is smart.
Seriously. Oh, nope, I can't reach yet.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
You want a water gun or a Nerf gun or something?
Don't waste the water.
So you can reach them?
Exactly.
Hey, please squirt me.
All right. A North Florida school official is apologizing after posting controversial comments about Hulk Hogan's death. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
Did you hear about this, Jack?
Nope.
In a now deleted, think before you post. And a now deleted Facebook post, Alachua County School Board member Sarah Rockwell called Hogan's passing, quote, one less MAGA in the world, end quote.
Oh, yeah.
Rockwell later issued a public apology, saying her remarks were cruel, flippant, and not reflective of her values. Rockwell says she hopes to regain the community's trust and continue advocating for students and families.
Huh, interesting.
You
I
know,
wonder if she would have said racist, if it would have been the same. Because he was an admitted racist. He said it himself and used the N-word repeatedly all the time and stuff. So I wonder if she would have just said that, if it would have been the same. I don't know.
I doubt it would have.
Interesting.
I doubt it would have. Absolutely. All right. Well, Governor DeSantis is promoting Florida's back-to-school sales tax holiday, talking about hanging on to your money, right?
Yeah.
Speaking at Boondocks Restaurant up in Panama City Beach, DeSantis highlighted the month-long tax holiday running August 1st through the 31st.
Most school supplies under $50, tax-free. Clothing, footwear, and other apparel, $100 or less, tax-free. Learning aids for $30 or less, tax-free. Personal computers, when purchased for non-commercial use, entirely tax-free.
Good news there, right?
Yeah.
DeSantis also noted Florida will have a Second Amendment tax holiday, offering offering tax-free purchases on firearms, ammunition, and things like bows and crossbows from September through December. Summer is winding down for students in Central Florida. Believe it or not, Orange County Public Schools, I think a lot of them, because I know up in Mount Dora, schools are going to start welcoming kids back on Monday, August 11th.
Crazy.
Isn't it?
And teachers report August 1st, Friday, August 1st.
Yeah. I'm already seeing cars in the parking lot at Mount Dora Middle School, and it's like,
wow.
It seems like you guys just got out.
Are they there getting pre-miserable? Is that what they're doing? They're checking in so they can go ahead and set their misery? Then that way they can kind of raise or lower the bar accordingly?
I think they're coming there miserable.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they need to adjust.
All right, anybody have to fill up their gas tank? Jack, we know you won't have to worry about that till probably November.
The funny thing
I
is,
did mine a few weeks ago.
The funny thing is, I got mine the other day and I paid like $3.06 or $3 something like that. Then I looked today, it's like $2.81 or something.
I paid $2.75 last time I paid, and but the fluctuation.
It's crazy,
man. But it's like a 50-cent swing, and it keeps going back and forth.
It can be like this craziest thing. I fill up, and it's like I'm like, okay, well, I got it on a bad week this week.
Yeah,
like it's $3 whatever.
Yeah,
and then drive by gas stations the next day, and it's like $2.88, $2.90. I'm like, what happened?
Right, exactly.
Was it 50 cents overnight? Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah. Sometimes I miss on one tank. I'll miss a couple cycles up and down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the worst feeling when you have a full tank and they're like the lowest they've been in months, and then as soon as you're on E, it shoots up 60 cents.
And I know exactly how much it should cost because I run mine down to the very last drop before I get gas. I'm not like these people are like, well, I'm gonna have a tank. I better top it off. I ain't like that. I'm like I want my alarm to come on and tell me I have 25 miles left, and even then I will plan to coast into somewhere. So every time I fill up, I know exactly how much it is. If it's good, it's like $55. If it's bad, it's like $62.
I do not like that light.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. If I dip below a quarter tank, I'm like,
do you really?
Yeah, well, because I'm terrified of being on the side of the road in heat like this. No gas.
I like rolling the dice.
I guess you do.
Text are confirmed. Costco $2.75.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Really?
That should be the question of the day, Jack. Where do you think people on average, when they start topping off? It's a quarter of a tank, probably.
Is that when you do
it?
it?
An eighth of a tank?
Actually, no, because
your red light comes on.
Because I do the Costco thing, I time it with my Costco run. So anything between 50 and three-quarters, half and three-quarters. If it's in that range, I'll get gas.
I used to put gas in my tank even if I didn't need it, because if I had a few bucks, I knew I would spend it on something else, and it needed to go in that tank instead.
Yeah.
So to avoid
what are you, 18?
I think like that sometimes. To avoid spending the money back in the day, I would just go put it in my gas tank because there's no coming back from that.
Exactly.
It's in there.
It's in there. And at least you've got gas.
That's right.
Well, for those who do need to fill up, Florida gas prices are up slightly, with the state average at $3.09 per gallon. The price is up 2 cents from last week and 12 cents higher than a month ago, but still 31 cents lower than this time last year. AAA says prices have stayed within a narrow range since September, despite some spikes and dips last week and into the weekend. The most expensive gas in Florida, no surprise, is in West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Naples, and Ocala.
Ocala?
Ocala.
I know. I wouldn't think it would be Ocala.
They think they can afford it up there in Ocala. That's why. They're fleecing them. All those horse people are like, you can pay $4 a gallon. You're fine.
The cheapest gas is in the Panhandle. Exactly. You can afford this.
Right.
I saw the horse.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A South Florida man is celebrating his 102nd birthday. A little bit early.
Oh, really?
But when you're 102, really, do you want to wait?
I hate this too because every time they focus on this is the oldest person in the world. Within 24 hours, they're dead. Inevitably, that's like their call, that bellwether call to death is like, hey, let's celebrate Gladys. You know, she's 111. Next day, Gladys dead.
That's why this guy is going a couple days early.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not missing it.
Harold Terrenzen's big day isn't officially until next month, but the World War II veteran marked the occasion on Saturday in Delray Beach with about 36 family members. During the war, the Air Force vet fixed airplanes and transported prisoners. He recounts losing half of his company's pilots on D-Day.
Damn.
Just on D-Day.
Almighty, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the centenarian says his next mission will be a bar mitzvah for his 103rd birthday. He hopes to have that event held at the Pentagon.
Wow, that's cool.
And I hope he gets to do that as well.
I like the fact that he's planning ahead.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's hopeful.
All right. We haven't heard from Teabag yet, so I'll do some of the heavy lifting for him and let him know what today's observances are.
What do you got?
If you're looking for ways to beat the heat today, you might be happy to hear that it's National
Water Park Day!
Ice Cream Day.
No, National Water Park Day.
It is?
It is.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Dude, I read up on some water parks this morning because I was going to make it trivia, but it was kind of difficult because I found some sideways information in there, so I couldn't trust any of it. I didn't have time to vet it out this morning. But, man, there's some water parks are very popular, buddy.
Monsters are talking today, and I think Ryan Holmes, it might be one of his best ideas yet, a lazy river, because
I love a lazy river.
a lazy river, they're the best.
I love
That
a
is
lazy river.
You adjust your attitude however you adjust your attitude.
Absolutely.
And you just float around that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You go under the waterfall, you don't.
The only thing they're missing, like on a golf course, they have the cart girl that comes around with cold beers.
Right.
There should be a cart tube.
Oh, there should be a cart tube.
Like a beer tube.
Yes.
When you're floating around, the beer tube can float up next to you. You just hold on to it and buy beer after beer.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, so.
Also, weed tube.
We do. No, absolutely. They got to float together. All right. What state do you think bills itself as having the largest water park in the country? Which state can you find that in?
Now, that's weird because I think the largest wave pool is in Central Florida, but I don't think.
Oh.
I think the largest wave pool, but I don't think the largest water park is here. I think it's in the Midwest.
Yeah, Arizona.
Man, I got to tell you, I think it's in your home state.
I think you're right. Fun fact, the Noah's Park.
That's it, yeah.
Water park in Wisconsin bills itself as the largest water park in the country, boasting how many attractions?
See, this is where it gets. I'll go 29.
30.
Over 80 attractions at the Noah's Ark Water Park.
You did not nail it. You did not nail it.
Right on the money almost.
Yeah.
Something else that might bring you happiness today, especially after you're working out or if you're outside, it's National Chocolate Milk Day.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Which they say is the best recovery fuel.
It is. Yeah, when I come in from golf, the first thing I do is I take a gigantic chug of milk right out of the jug.
Ice cold.
Oh, my God, it's the greatest. And it is a real.
Pig.
Yeah, I know. It does work, though. I'm telling you, man.
Yep.
It works amazingly well.
That's not a joke, actually. For people who think it's a joke, chocolate milk is actually the best thing you can drink after a workout.
Who else drinks milk in your house?
My wife puts it in her coffee, and that's it. She has cereal occasionally, but as a rule, we're not really on the milk drinking.
But you're drinking it out of the jug.
Yeah, Jack.
Don't you put that woman through enough?
Yeah, Jack, I do. I really do. I'm going to try for some more, though.
All right.
I'm going to see how far she can go.
If you have company come over.
Tell them don't drink the milk.
If you have company come over.
We got company milk.
Yeah. Would you serve company milk out of the jug that you drank?
Yeah, he would. And then he just silently smile.
You know I would not. Get out of here.
We know you would.
Get out of here. I would not. Tell them about it.
Would.
I would not tell them about it.
We know. And then finally, researchers.
I would laugh. I would point and laugh every time they take a sip, though.
Exactly.
More milk for you?
You still thirsty? All right. Researchers at Washington State University have created a way to use waste drywall, which would be great because I'm tired of smelling it at Mid-Florida materials.
And they're so
stinky.
And I got to tell you, they're so wasteful when they build. And you guys out there building, you got to know that. Like they'll put an entire piece up against, and they'll cut the door out or whatever, and they'll just throw everything else away. They don't F around with those small pieces trying to put it together and save it. It ain't like that.
Well, instead of going to a landfill, it's turned into blocks that can be used for construction.
Oh, that's cool.
So waste drywall from the construction of 16 new homes could be used to build how many tiny homes?
Wow, what a great question.
So again, this is
how many?
Waste drywall
From 16 homes.
from the construction of 16 new homes could be used to build this many tiny homes.
5.
That is a perfect guess. I think it's 3.
Try 800.
Damn, what?
800 tiny homes.
No.
What's tiny?
You're doing that wrong.
Is it a doghouse tiny, or is it
like a miniature tiny?
No, but I mean, if it's like a 600 square foot home.
600?
Well,
Yeah, but
what do you
you're
think a
talking about-
tiny home is?
But you're talking about the waste.
From the construction of 16 new homes.
Yeah.
They took that drywall, turned it into blocks, and then used those
That's crazy.
drywall blocks
Yeah.
to help construct 800 new tiny homes.
Okay.
And even then, that sounds like a lot, though. I would love to see the process of how they do that.
I thought they were looking at like some
No,
cut off pieces of sheetrock. It's like,
No.
okay, I got one that'll fit.
Nope, they turned them into blocks that then they used for construction.
I thought it was going to look like some old bum cabin where they just screwed together pieces of old drywall to make it work.
This is what I found.
Jack is now thinking of trolling construction sites for those pieces of rando drywall.
That's interesting. I wonder how they do that. They must blend some type of something with the gypsum that's in the board to make it stiff, though, because gypsum's like powder. It's just basically compressed powder.
Well, the Spokane Masonry Industry Promotion Group will soon use the blocks to build a full-scale mock-up of a wall.
Very cool.
And that concludes your JCS News.
What?
You know what? Because you said something.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You said what?
Like,
you know how bad that was. You know how bad it was because you said what? 77031. That's how you text us.
It got so quiet. I said, blah. That was today's whammy bar.
Is that what it was? All right, there you go. All right. I saw Happy Gilmore this week, and I'll give you my review next.
Woo.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Monday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today is a Fox 35 weather impact day because we are expecting some of the hottest temperatures of the summer so far to make their way into Central Florida. Plan for a high today in Orlando of 98 degrees. But once we factor in the humidity, it's going to feel closer to around 110, if not even higher. Be sure to stay cool out there. We have a heat advisory in place starting at noon today through 7 p.m. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody. Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Nickley Group. You guys know I've bought and sold a couple homes in my life here in Central Florida over the years. I will tell you, I'm not a gigantic fan of the process, or I wasn't for years. And the reason why, it can be very annoying if you don't have a realtor that really knows what they're doing, constantly asking you questions over and over, things that they should already know. But that's the great thing about the Nickley Group. I talk to people who have used the Nickley Group, and they tell you it's just as easy as you can imagine. Like, once you sign up with these guys, you really have an entire army of people working for you to either sell your home or find you that dream home. They do this every day. And let's talk about some stats here. 4,000 five-star reviews, 4,500 plus homes sold here in Central Florida. And if you want to sell your home and you're thinking about somebody, you got to do these guys. Here's the reason why. On average, they get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and they can sell those homes twice as fast. And when you factor in their VIP program, things like free appraisals, free home warranties, and even an early access program that gets you into properties who haven't been listed yet, getting you into those properties that are really unique as well. Guaranteed cash offer. If you don't want to deal with any of this, just go to their website. No showings, no open houses, and you can close that deal in just 14 days. days. It's the nickley.group.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. Listen starting next Monday to win your way there.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickley.group.com.
Want more from the Jim Colbert Show? Online at JimColbertLive.com.
As I leave the town of Palm Beach today, from the 7th level of Dante's Inferno, I got on my truck and the thermostat said 106 degrees. Holy Moses, that's muy caliente, baby.
Jimmy Jim Jam.
Oh.
There's a reason why I enjoy residing in the villages, and it's not the loofahs. It's the fact that it costs $10 to fill up my tank on my golf cart. I can drive that for a week and get anywhere I need to be. I love it.
Yeah.
Also, guess my color of loofah.
Straight up purple. Doesn't that mean everything?
I don't know. I lost my Kiko chart.
Let me look it up.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Better on your search history than mine.
Does it?
Lufa Colors, The Villages. Here we go.
Do you guys wonder how T-Bag got over there?
Yeah.
I do.
Like, you ever wonder like how that happened? I mean, you know, does he work over there? Is he just retired?
Suddenly, I'm thinking settlement somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Listen, it's not super expensive to live in the Villages, but it's also not dirt cheap to live in the Villages.
Okay, he's full on. He's black. Black is full swap. Those who say, "What the hell? Let it all go."
Yeah, let it rip.
Let's do it.
And then golf carts alone are not cheap.
No.
I was surprised at how expensive those things can
Even
be.
the used ones that are okay are like $6,000.
Yeah.
I mean, the really nice
That's
ones get up in
crazy.
that 15 range,
Yeah.
man. I mean, the really nice ones are like expensive.
Yeah, I'm thinking slip and fall.
Yeah, maybe so. Who knows? All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Saw Happy Gilmore 2 this weekend. I'll give you a brief review of the movie. It's exactly what you expect from a Happy Gilmore 2 kind of movie. They update the players. The golf, the rub is still the same. I think he's got to send his daughter to dance school or something like that. He's got 3 sons. It's just, I mean, and the cameos are crazy. Golfers can't act. John Daly's terrible. He tries to be a big part of the movie, and he just, you know.
Can't do it, huh?
Daly's just spent, man. I just read today that this guy at one point was worth about $100 million, and now he's worth about $2 million. Losing 30 to 50 of that gambling. Gambled away more than half his fortune. And, of course, other things, 3 or 4 or 5 divorces, all kinds of fun stuff. Daly's, not that – he's just not that guy when it comes to everybody likes him.
Right.
But, just didn't really mind his estate all that well. A lot of people, there was one question that a lot of people had about Happy Gilmore 2. Everybody at this party I was at asked the same question. What do you think it was? Oh, that's stupid, right? Tiger Woods was not in it.
Oh.
And everybody was kind of wondering why Tiger did not make an appearance in the movie. And, I mean, other than the fact that he probably didn't want to be involved with it just because, I think it takes a lot of the attention away from the movie, too. I think he's not an active player. He's just more of a figurehead now.
But that movie was not reserved for just cameos by players. It was cameos by everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Kelce, right?
Oh, and killed it, by the way. Travis Kelce's a very talented actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good. I mean, he's better than good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of social media influencers.
The funny thing is, I did not pick any of those out.
And why would you?
I'm not in that world, so.
Yeah, because exactly. It's amazing, and that's the silos, the entertainment silos we live in now. My daughter's, watch this guy. He's a YouTuber in Orlando, millions of followers, does very well. But if I told you the name, you would have no idea who he is. And he lives in Orlando.
Who is it?
Drew Gooden.
Drew Gooden?
Drew Gooden.
Haven't heard of Drew Gooden.
Right. But
what's he do?
Observational videos every couple of months. Like this one was like the protein. It's entertainment based, but like criticizing things, whether it could be movies. The one my daughter, and I watched yesterday was about protein, how protein is coming up everywhere in foods, how they're advertising, how much protein this. And so he does this taste test with all these different types of proteins, but, it could be calling out things.
I didn't know Kid Cudi was in it, too.
Oh, wow. This guy is
Happy Gilmore, too?
734,000 followers.
Is that Drew Gooden?
Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy. Never even heard of the guy.
My daughters have been watching him for years.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody just mentioned the caddy was something we couldn't figure out for a minute because I thought the caddy was Drake at first. The caddy is not Drake.
Okay, so who is it? Who looks like Drake?
I will tell you, he's as big as Drake in his own community. It was Bad Bunny.
Oh,
I heard Bad Bunny killed it.
Yeah, Bad Bunny killed it.
So I'm really curious. What crowd are you hanging with that thought Bad Bunny was Drake?
Well, I thought he was Drake at first because I couldn't tell. I didn't have my glasses on.
Okay.
And then he comes out there and he's got that kind of skin. It's the same color of Drake's, and he had a Drake kind of haircut, like a little mini fro.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, Drake is really killing the Spanish accent. That's what I was saying to myself. And I was like, no, that's Bad Bunny.
Oh, geez.
And then I was like, oh, my God.
Good. Someone was there to set you straight.
That's right up there with feet.
And the funny thing is, I read that he was in the movie, and I still didn't pick up on it.
He's done SNL a couple times. He's good at that
Big
stuff.
comedy fan, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really good at it.
I heard mixed reviews on Eminem's performance in the movie.
Yeah.
How was that?
It's almost like they injected him in the movie just to be in the movie because it didn't really fit. I actually looked at my wife, who's a massive Eminem fan, and said, why did they do that? Why is he in the movie? It's somebody, they just put him in there to get beat up for some reason. Then he just yells, Detroit what? And then everybody laughs, and next scene.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Charlie Hull was in it. She's a very viral LPGA player right now, golf. A cute blonde that's very good in athletics. She's the one. You remember the whole drama around the girl was smoking cigarettes?
I do not.
Charlie Hull got famous because she's a pretty good player, not like a crazy good player.
Yeah.
But she took a break during as she's walking in a tournament and goes over to the sideline. I guess somebody she knows gave her a cigarette, and she just hotboxed this cigarette as she's walking on the fairway, and it made her famous because she's cute and she smokes cigarettes.
And there you go.
And it made her famous. So she was in it.
Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is like, look, man, it was literally like a play on the live thing because they brought in another golf league that was supposed to be trying to run the PGA Tour out. So they played on that whole drama. But, it was just, it was what it was. And got some good laughs, though. There were a couple scenes that were legitimately funny.
Who was the best acting golfer in it? Because Brooks Koepka was in it. Yeah. Rory was in it.
The best acting.
Scheffler.
Jack Nicklaus was the best acting golfer in it.
Jack Nicklaus was in it?
Nicklaus did the best job of all of them of seeming natural. And there was another big-time actor in the movie, but it was only a big time as a kid. And why he signed on to this movie, I have no idea why he signed on to it. But Haley Joel Osment, was in this movie.
Yeah, but he's still working steady.
Is he really? I don't see him anywhere.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played like a journeyman golfer that got this surgery. That's what this new league is all based around. They got this surgery that allowed him to hit it really far, but he's really good. Like, that guy takes that character and turns it inside out and actually makes it very funny. I think he was really kind of instrumental to the movie being watchable, to be honest with you.
Texter says there were 74 cameos in it.
Oh, really?
That's a lot of people.
Did you find the list? Is that what you were doing a second ago?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. They even had a pro wrestler.
Who?
MJF.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. AEW guy.
Yeah, really? God dang, that's crazy.
It's Michael J. Fox.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 770-301. Our boy Bam is in next with a movie review. We'll go over Superman, see what he thought.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The traffic lights are acting a bit funny where Colonial Drive meets Mills Avenue. Use that intersection as a four-way stop there. The ramp from State Road 408 westbound to I-4, that's still blocked. Emergency crews are on scene. 2 right lanes are blocked on Lake Mary Boulevard westbound at I-4. Traffic starting to pile up on the major roadways this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, let me tell you something. You got to take care of your long-term health, and when you start getting to this situation where you think maybe there could be something going on, you got to get over there. And even when you don't think there's something going on, and you get to a certain age, you really need to be proactive, not be reactive. Don't wait for a symptom when it comes to heart disease. Get in front of it with this scan from Life Imaging FLA and let these guys tell you how your heart is doing. They can do that with a calcium score. 0 is perfect. I had that, thank God. So did my wife and my in-laws. But if you don't, the great thing is you've caught that early now. Now you take that information to your primary care doctor, and you guys start building a plan, whether it be surgery, whether it be therapies of some sort. to keep you alive forever. And we have talked to so many people who went to this scan thinking everything was going to be fine, and it turns out it wasn't. A couple of these people left straight from the clinic and went straight to the hospital. So remember, there are no dyes. You do not take your clothes off. The entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and so many other people in Central Florida. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Guys, it is time to make that call and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you've noticed a lack in energy lately, how about brain fog, trouble in the bedroom? Well, you probably have low T. It's more common than you think, and it is treatable. Truth is, men today have 20% lower testosterone than even our dads had. Ugh, yeah, man. Hey, but there's a solution to it. You'll find it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. They offer full-strength testosterone as an injection or a tablet, and we're not talking about supplements here. No, we're talking about prescription-only testosterone, because no supplement can match the boost you get from actual testosterone. It'll give you more energy, greater focus, better sleep, and lean muscle mass, and you're also going to have a better sex drive. It is a game changer. Book your free video consultation with one of their licensed doctors today and regain your energy, your strength, your vitality. For a limited time, they're even going to waive their startup fee. So go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com. Red Mountain Weight Loss. Real testosterone, real doctors, and real results.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. We appreciate that very much.
Yeah, we do.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
We do not have an intro for this yet because this is just the second week we've installed this young man. You guys know him from around the station. If you've been to one of our promotions, you've certainly seen him there. He's been on there a few times with us. You guys get a good laugh for Bam.
Thank you.
Bam, bam.
What's up, Blair? How you doing?
How we doing, y'all? It's hot today.
It is hot
my
today.
My skin is burning. I'm boiling in my jeans.
What you guys have doing out and around today?
The more normal stuff. Just make sure everything's going away.
You guys have to clean the vans like every week, right?
That's like a Monday thing, right?
Yeah.
Oofa.
That's a Monday thing.
Every morning I pull in. There's like 9, 10, 11, 12 stations in this cluster, and we all have like a van that goes out when we do promotions to carry tents and things of that nature. And after the promotions, sometimes it's put together a little hurriedly, so they got to bring the vans back to the station, pull it all out, put it all back together the way it's supposed to be, and then clean the vans out. That's a Monday thing.
Exactly.
And you're out there today, huh?
You start the week right, just make sure everything goes smooth and all the crazy stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, how's things?
Pretty good. Everything's fine. Chilling. Did a little fun, extravagant cinema viewing over the weekend.
Yeah, went to a movie, did you?
Sponsored by my friends here, Jim and Jack. And it was supposed to be a fun time. You're supposed to come back and have fun merriment and everything when I came back in here today. But today, I'm here full of rage and hatred, and I want to spread misfortune and decimation among the earth. I went and saw Superman.
Okay.
And now, pretext, I'm chronically online, so I've seen all the controversies, up, left, down, what James Gunn and everybody else had to say. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get up, and I'm going to go witness it for myself.
So you got up to go see Superman, even with all the drama.
Everything.
And the thing is, man, I'm not a big Superman fan.
Yeah.
I have liked one iteration of this superhero. It was the very first one because I think he's a terrible superhero. Because you already know what can get him, and it takes away all the drama.
And by first one, you mean the Christopher Reeves era?
Back in the 70s, right? Yeah.
See, I will be honest, this was my first Superman.
Was it really?
Yeah, I didn't even see Man of Steel or anything like that. And now this Superman has prompted me to go watch the rest of them because I've seen a lot of takes online that this was the best iteration and da-da-da-da-da.
Really?
Like, this is the best one.
Yeah. What I heard about it is you didn't know you needed a really weird Superman movie, but you did because most of them are kind of stock. Here's this part of the story, here's the middle part of the story, here's the end of the story. Guy goes home with a girl, everything's better.
Yeah.
Bad guy vanquished, and off we go. That's kind of how these things end, and I think that's one of the reasons they suck so much. What'd you think?
So my big takeaway was, especially from just a film buff standpoint, the general aspects of a film, like of a movie and any work that you do. We've been alive for hundreds of years. Cinema's been alive for going on 300 of years. There are things that should automatically be at this point, like any cheesy, corny thing should automatically just be thrown out the window. We've seen all the shticks.
Any movie trope.
Like if you do it right, that's fair. But if you're throwing it in there to fill time,
right?
You just wasted. You could have done anything else in the world.
Right.
A lot of things I didn't like was like, I forget what the word is. When one scene they're wiping something with a red rag, and then they come back to the dude, and then it's a blue rag or
continuity.
A white rag. Continuity.
Yeah.
This is a $1 million, billion, $1 trillion movie, and there's so many continuity errors.
Really?
I'm looking at one of the biggest ones, which isn't a super duper spoiler. Superman is in handcuffs at one point.
What?
And then he's out of handcuffs.
Yeah, what kind of handcuffs?
Like
they have to be kryptonite handcuffs.
They were like super duper maximum, like this Lex Luthor, so it's like some high security thing.
Not zip ties.
And then he just comes in the next scene, no handcuffs. I'm like, excuse me, what's going on here?
They didn't explain any of that.
Literally, and then like there's just certain characters that didn't mean anything, and then I'm not a big Superman fan as well, but I am a big comic book nerd. I'm a big nerd in general, and just the basic knowledge of everything I know. There are so many moments in this movie where if it was actually to the source, the movie would have been finished. There's one point where he flies into space. Everyone knows if Superman is outside the atmosphere of the Earth, he can absorb all of the yellow sun's energy because there's nothing in the way. So basically saying when he gets into space, he's stronger than he is on Earth.
Okay.
Why are two people going toe-to-toe with basically red and blue Jesus in space? I didn't understand this.
Yeah.
My lady was with me, and my hands were up in front of me the whole time in the theater, and I'm like, you guys are so lucky I have good movie etiquette because I'd be screaming.
Would you really?
I was so mad. And then my biggest problem with the movie that made me the most angry out of everything, I love Crypto the Superdog.
Okay, good. I was going to.
I was a little boy up at 7 a.m. with my bowl of cereal, my oatmeal, watching Crypto the Superdog. And you know what cartoon Crypto can do that movie Crypto couldn't? What? Everything. Everything. Listen, fight, defend. He could probably bake an omelet before this other dog could do a lap around the building. It was crazy. The whole movie was wild. And the main thing that I was ready to come in here because James Gunn said the movie's about being kind and doing the right thing. And like I said, all the controversies and all that goodness aside, this literally looked like a movie where you told somebody who Superman was, and then he went and made a movie about what you told him. And I kid you not, there are some instances where even the biggest diehard Superman fan will look at this and go, huh?
Yeah, it has been getting mixed reviews, and some of the most telling reviews have been from people who have been giant Superman fans who feel like I heard that the dog was a jumping of the shark, Superman shark a little bit. And did they also have Supergirl in this as well?
The very last second cameo, credit scene.
And I guess that's supposed to kind of almost jumpstart the idea that there's going to be a Supergirl movie. Have they already kind of announced that?
Not really. Well,
no?
DC also has a problem. They will announce things because they try to keep it with Marvel, and they never deliver.
Right.
Pre-COVID was a perfect example. They had so many movies. You know how they'll do the movie poster list where these movies are coming out in a few years.
Right.
So DC tried to do their own. They had Aquaman 2. They had a Lobo movie, a Superman. I think the what's the name? Edward Twilight. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. They had his Batman and stuff like that. So they had all these mainline movies, but then when COVID hit, they're like, all right, let's stick to the original ones and then get rid of the side characters.
How did you feel about what Lois Lane was played by Rachel Brosnan or Brosnahan or whatever it is?
She did a good job.
She was from the fabulous Mrs. Maisel.
Correct.
Is that what it was?
She was the comedian.
Right, which is a great show, by the way, about a woman wanting to be a comedian in 50s
Late
New
50s?
York. Yeah, which was very kind of matriarchal at that time, patriarchal at that time. So it wasn't especially in the Jewish community, it was like a big no-no for women to do anything like that.
You want to tell a joke?
It's a very good show if you haven't seen it yet, and that's where she made her mark.
Yeah.
And it was funny because she had a stance, too. I guess she caught a lot of S about accepting the role in a superhero movie, and she came out in the public and said, you can say whatever you want. I'm getting paid. I'm getting this money.
That too, yeah. No.
All right.
Everyone in that movie, they got a big check, for sure.
It's like you can't do stuff for fun,
Right.
It's like, why not be in a superhero movie and reach a different audience? It doesn't diminish your acting skills or your comedy skills. We have a texter saying Superman was awesome, one of the best superhero movies ever.
Very nice.
Ever?
Yeah. It's a bit much for you, huh?
Sideshow Bam, what do you say to that?
Real quick though, how was Superman, the actor that played Superman, and him as the role?
So I will say all the actors were good. Even Lex Luthor, he was a good Lex.
Who was Lex Luthor in this?
I forgot his name.
Oh, let me look that up.
He's
He's
that
a well-known
one
dude.
guy.
Yeah,
he's that one guy that we see in everything. I know exactly who it is, I think.
Like I said, I'm very mad about just not sticking a source. I'm telling you, there are 13,000 Dorito-bodied guys out there that look like Superman that are good at acting. They've been in high school drama their whole life. Just cast them. Stop picking this guy's from... No, find the person that looks like the thing that we want. I was going to say, Lois Lane was beautiful, amazing actress. She did a great job.
Well, and it's wild because when Henry Cavill played Superman, people were losing their mind because he's supposed to be one of the best looking dudes on Earth. And looks so Superman-y. He's got that very Superman-y kind of feel.
Nicholas Hoult?
Yeah,
correct. Nicholas Hoult. Was in The Juror 2, Nosferatu, Garfield movie.
That's who played the bad guy?
Lex Luthor.
The last thing I want to harp on is...
And then you have to give us out of 5 stars. What do you think?
Out of 5 stars, that's a 3. It's a 3 for sure.
Look, that's not terrible.
That's better than... The way you described it, I thought you were coming in at a 2, maybe.
No. Okay, so I am also very tired of mediocrity. Just because you hit the bullet point doesn't mean that it's
Right.
It's worth what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because people were crucifying Shazam 1 and 2. That is a fun family movie, very close to the source, did a nice lead into Black Adam and all the other things that he could do in the universe. Superman just felt like, hey, let's make a Superman movie.
And isn't that what happened with the Ant and the Wasp or the Ant-Man? Everybody was kind of essing on it, and then when it came out, everybody was like, that was a damn good movie. One of the most underrated superhero movies of all time.
I like Shazam.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Shazam
a fun
was so
movie.
good.
Yeah.
I don't understand. One day we'll hopefully get comic movies decently to the source. It's not that hard. We're not asking for them to shoot ectoplasm like they do in the comic. Just get someone in real life that kind of look like the dude that is you try to play.
Well, give us something good. You gave it 3 out of 5. That means there's some good stuff in this movie.
Like I said, it's a fun movie you can bring the family to. Like, there's nothing else playing. You miss whatever else. Every actor did a great role. Shouts out Mr. Oh my God, Mr. Terrific. I will say DC is a little bit funnier than Marvel because this movie gave me giant Love and Thunder vibes. And then I was like, all right, I'm tired of like trying to sprinkle comedy here and there. But there were some points I'm like, okay, no, that was funny.
Yeah.
Like,
But all those movies can't be like your Deadpool movies. I mean, that thing almost ruined the idea of comedy for the rest of or any superhero movie because it did it so well. Guardians would be the same way. Like Guardians, I mean, both of those movies utilize comedy in a superhero setting better than any out there. And it's almost kind of wild to expect, those movies to even have a little bit of funny in there because they're really not built around funny. But they can have comic relief.
Yeah, comic relief is fine. It's in the name. Like, I mean, X-Men did it the best. Like, the whole movie, you're going through this whole thing, and 2 or 3, they're like, we got to save this kid.
Right, yeah.
Beast is trying to do all this stuff, and then I'm the Juggernaut. Boom, out the ground. Like, that was hilarious. But other moments like that, it's just like, you're trying too hard. And then the last thing, as a society, do we not evolve with the media we consume? Like, if a movie trope example like Dracula has been done in the 1800s.
Saw Sinners this weekend. Another vampire movie. Was unbelievably good.
If you hit something that of the old, you have to hit it from a new take. You can't.
And I agree 100%. That's why I bring up Sinners. Vampire movies have been done ad nauseum. Maybe more than any one focus other than superheroes, vampire movies have dominated the box office for the last 20 years. And you would think another vampire movie, how could they possibly make it better? And I'm telling you, dude, if you haven't seen Sinners, check it out. It is great.
Yeah, Sinners is on HBO. Really fun.
Yeah.
But a lot of mixed reviews on Superman here. Some people like it, saying they're not comic book nerds or, in the best sense of the term, but they enjoyed the movie itself, just a fun time. And other people like Bam, not enjoying it.
That's not my Superman.
But the funny thing is I will tell you that's a legitimate argument because if you're a self-admitted Superman or a superhero kind of a goon, I should probably take your opinion with a grain of salt as someone who isn't, because I'm just looking for an entertaining movie that tells a good story with great characters. I don't really care how much it sticks to the comic book or the truth of the original character. I think guys like you maybe are a little bit even more critical on movies like this because you've got so much time and effort invested into learning about it that you want it to live up to what you've created. To me, I just want something to kind of take me away for a few hours and not have it suck.
Yes, Sideshow Ben, the problem's you.
I let the problem be me. I live in a great world. It's my world.
And you're wearing your Clark Kent today?
Yeah, I like that.
Clark Kent. No one knows more about Superman than Clark Kent. He gets all the interviews.
Do you? Well said, buddy. Do you have a movie you like for next time you drop by? I mean, I know we're going to have a time for others to come out.
I'm probably going to explore. I was going to see Fantastic Four, and then I heard something about Fantastic Four that made me really mad because I already am not a big Pedro fan. He's the Mandalorian. That should be all it is.
Okay,
like
Pedro
Ryan
Pascal,
Reynolds
right?
should not be Pikachu and stuff like that. So,
all right,
I'll find something fun. We'll come back with a good option.
All right,
watch your Supermans, wash your hands, stay nice to people.
All right, and by the way, don't tell us. You can just drop in and let us know what you went to see, but make it something that's in theater so that when people are hearing your review, they can take it into consideration before they slide out and check it out themselves.
We are not watching the Smurfs.
Yeah,
sorry.
Very good. All right, you guys give it up for Bam. There he is. There you go. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Good seeing you. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
You're going to run into some slowdowns heading over Lake Jessup Bridge on the Greenway northbound. An earlier accident just got cleared up there. A crash on Lake Mary Boulevard at I-4 is getting cleared up. Look out for a crash on State Road 408 westbound approaching I-4. Emergency crews are still on the roadways in that area. It might be wet out there, so travel with caution on the roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Gotta love my friends over at Eustace Roofing. Saw them out a couple of times this weekend working on houses on the weekend. That's just how they roll. And look, when they come to your property, you'll know immediately you've hired the right company. They look amazing. Their job sites are unbelievably clean, and they're courteous. And yes, they know how to roof for sure. Been doing it since 1959. You heard me right. That's 65 years in the roofing business in Central Florida. They got to be doing something right. In 2021, they were actually the roofing company of the year. That's national attention for Eustace Roofing. 4.9 Google rating with over 1,000 reviews. They're amazing, and they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on site to fit your home perfectly, and they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by simply cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Get these guys on your property for a free estimate. It's EustaceRoofing.com. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Eustace Roofing.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Call Nickley. Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
This summer, the heat is on in Orlando as the first ever Florida Open 9-Ball Pool Championship takes over the Caribe Royale Orlando Resort from August 5th through the 10th, with the world's best billiards players battling it out for glory. Expect world-class competition, non-stop action, jaw-dropping shots, and an unforgettable atmosphere. This is one event you don't want to miss. Tickets are selling fast. Head to Ticketmaster or MatchroomPool.com now to grab yours before they're gone.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, it's Rick from Internet Black Hole and my girl Carol.
Hi.
So, this crazy heat is insane. I want to let you guys know this nightmare job I did yesterday in Longwood in the attic of a business where we had to take the unit apart to get it up there, and I had to weld with torches up there, and then I missed the weld, and I go back. 12-hour job. I pretty much passed out. I'm dead. So, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
See you at the funeral.
Yeah, this is Evil Eye, and I'm going to talk normal. While drinking water is a good thing, you can also make it worse because drinking just plain water can dilute your own salts. And you need to drink the Gatorade and all those electrolytes like Deb said, because that's what you need to replace. And eat salty lunches.
He's right there. I mean, yesterday when I was out and around, I had water, but I always stop and get a couple Gatorades to make sure I keep that in my body. And you can tell, even with the Gatorade, that afterwards, when you get done playing or get done working out or being out there doing whatever, when you sit down and you get up, you can feel your muscles starting to cramp already if you don't have the right salt.
But if you don't have a Gatorade, you're not saying no to water.
No. Obviously, you're not doing that. My God, man. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I found something I want to do, and I want to talk to you about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it is an uh-oh. It's an uh-oh.
All right.
Because now I'm absolutely fascinated with the idea of doing this. I'll give you an idea.
Moving to the villages?
No. Hold on. No.
Is this metal detecting again?
No.
That'll fit right into the villages.
None of that. No. The accomplishment I'm talking about is done. It's more rare than climbing Mount Everest, but more accessible than Mount Everest.
The Appalachian Trail.
That's a really good guess. That's not the answer because I'm never walking. Have you guys ever heard of the Great Loop?
No.
You've never heard of the Great Loop? Okay.
No.
So the Great Loop is a boat trip that you take, right? You can either leave on the East Coast or the West Coast. You go up the Mississippi, all the way up through Michigan around the Great Lakes, all the way back over through New York, Maine, and then all the way back down the East Coast, down the international water or the intercoastal waterway, and then out into the ocean for a little bit, and all the way back down into the waterway, back down to Florida. 6,000 miles.
If you do, you have to go see Mackinac Island.
6,000 miles. They say, depending on how you plan it, it could take a year or more to do it. Matter of fact, news just came around. I think it was a couple days ago. A guy did it in a John boat.
Oh, wow.
I think he maybe did it for charity or something, or did part of it. And when people start, they almost always stop. The Great Loop is actually completed less than climbing Mount Everest.
But you're not a boat guy.
No, I've had a number of boats in my life. I've had 3, I think. Now, I'm not that big of a boat guy because what they tell you is when you do a trip like this, of course, you're staying on your boat. Mm-hmm. You're not, so you have to have a boat that can accommodate you and offer you a place to stay for over a year. So you're going to be living on this vessel for a year, right? You leave out, you make some stops, then you pick up, and you can stay. Like let's say if I'm going up and we get into New Orleans or that area up there, or as we're going up the Mississippi. We can pull over and stop there and stay in New Orleans for 2 or 3 or 4 days or whatever we want to do, hop back on the boat and then go. And then just keep going up. And the route's easy. You have to go through a number of locks, a number of dams. They tell you exactly. I mean, it has all the information the Appalachian Trail has.
And for a good portion of the trip, you would have cell service, too.
The entire trip, you would have cell service. I mean, you're on major rivers. You're in major waterways, which means you're never far from communities because, communities are always built on the water. Man, the more I read about it and I watch the little video, believe it or not, the people who did this and made this video are up near where I'm from, in Putnam County. And they did it on a trawler, which it's like a cross between a tugboat and a pleasure boat. And not even that big. I think the thing was like maybe 28 feet long or whatever. And they've had engine troubles. They documented the entire thing. and it looks fascinating. It like I don't know. You ever like try to talk yourself into something, you actually get excited about it before you've even done any. Like I'm so far away from even thinking about this, and I allowed myself. It's like playing the lottery. Yeah. Like, you buy those tickets, you're already spending that money, and of course until the 11:03, and then you're pissed off.
I think the more you learn about it, the more your excitement will die down.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, dude. We're kind of, the idea of this sounds a lot of fun. So
there's the magical words, the idea of this.
But let me tell you, man, I get nuts when I get these little ideas like this. Last time I got an idea like this about a stupid car and tried to work on it for a little bit. Then
just get a metal detector.
I'm not going to do that. I'm telling you, man. I'm kind of excited about it. But they tell you that planning it it's a month, 2 months, 3 months
easy.
Just to plan it. Because because here's what happens. What they tell you is this. Let's say that you've booked your trip pretty much the first 4 months of it. And you know exactly where you're going to be the first 4 months of this trip. And let's say
I ain't filling in for you for a year.
Let's say the first 4 months. This is retirement stuff.
Oh, okay.
Let's say your second stop is up in like Missouri or whatever. Where the Mississippi goes up there and goes maybe up into Missouri or wherever the hell it goes up there. And let's say you get in there and you park your boat and you start kind of go out in the sea. You're like, man, I really like this place. Well, the problem is because you have to book so far in advance, you have to only stay in those ports or in those cities that amount of time, because what they tell you is like you may pause for a day or take an extra day. Now all your slip rentals are different all the way up the rivers or wherever. You've got all those rentals, dock rentals, slip rentals, pump out stations, gas availabilities. All of that has changed now just because you wanted to stay one place one day longer. I'm telling you, dude, it's pretty exciting. The more I read about it, the more I want to do it.
And in Jim's world, do you imagine you doing this alone or with your wife?
Oh, no, my wife was dying to do it. She wants, she would do it tomorrow. Let me tell you what, she wants to buy a houseboat and just go up to St. John's back and forth. She loves the idea of it. So I think we're going to maybe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes when we get there, when we get to that point in our life. But I have to tell you, man, the more I read about this and the more it sounds very exciting. It really does. It really, when you look at the cost of it, Jack, for what you could do to entertain yourself for a year, it really isn't that bad. Depending on what kind of boat you buy and what kind of motor it has. Seriously, dude.
It does sound interesting. But I think there is a way to do it and provide entertainment value by having kind of a live streaming webcam, but you have to add one more person to the boat. It's you, your wife, and T-Bag from the Village.
Let's see what he says. T-Bag, what's going on?
What it do, Cobra crew?
T-Bag, would you like to...
I wasn't expecting that. That came up quick.
Okay.
You're correct. I was listening to the story, and I was my dad was a sailor for 45 years in merchant marines. So I've sailed over to Europe and everything.
Damn, that's cool, man. So, T-Bag, we were wondering out loud. I mean, we know that, you were living in Melbourne. Now
Rockledge.
Rockledge, yeah. Now you're living in the Villages, and we were kind of figuring out now, do you work right now?
I'm in between jobs right now.
Okay, in between jobs.
I'm semi-retired.
Okay, semi-retired. So what got you to the point where you're semi-retired? How'd you get there?
My mother, God bless her soul, she's 71, getting ready to be 72. She has her brother-in-law up here, my dad's brother, and it's cool to be around my uncle and her friends, so she was more attracted to this area. Plus, this is where they lived before my dad passed.
Oh, okay.
So she found a nice turnkey house, and that's where the 2 golf carts came in.
Oh, okay.
I messed around with one. One of them now goes 45. I'm having a little fun up here.
That's the oldest trick in the world, dude.
I want to say, it is an honor to talk to y'all. Jimmy Jams, you know I love you. Jack, my God, you are a sweetheart of a man.
Oh.
And Deb, Jesus,
so
you
hot.
have the best smile.
So hot. Well, T-Bag, thanks for calling, buddy. We appreciate it.
So hot. I'm not so hot.
I know she's so hot. I'm saying Deborah's hot. You're drunk. She's hot. It's
Your
on.
wife is gonna hate you now.
My wife. Can I tell you, buddy? My wife hated me when I was walking in here today.
No. Oh, there you go.
All right, buddy. Be good, T-Bag.
If there's any one thing you want to ask me,
Oh, are you married?
what would it be?
Are you married? Do you have someone in your life?
I've got a dog.
You've got a dog.
He's got a
Oh,
dog.
that's good. That's good.
Were you ever married?
That is a lot easier. Yeah. I got one stepson out there, and he's making a dream of himself and doing well. So apparently, I'm not a horrible parent, even though I might sound drunk or I believe you called it a water tube, but I called it a bong.
Okay, very nice. T-Bag, are they familiar with who you are in the Villages yet? Are they familiar with the legend of the T-Bag?
I don't think so, because a lot of these people, even though I'm flying like 15 black, and Deb, you got it right. My color is black.
I figured.
But I'm here. Let's go.
He's ready.
Let's experience all of it.
He's ready to get loose.
Let's
he says.
do this.
Have you have time to find yourself? I mean, by the way, how do you like life in the Villages? Is it fun?
I found myself when I was 13.
Okay, very nice. Is the Villages fun? Can you break any myths about the Villages for us?
The Villages are actually quite awesome. It's most people say it's a drinking town with a golfing problem and an STD problem. I haven't found any of the STDs, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
I mean, every night within driving a golf cart for 15 minutes, you're at a party and dancing with people randomly. It's fun.
Yeah. And I heard it shuts down like 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock, there's like nobody out?
No, and I almost cussed.
Time to go.
I almost said the F word.
Don't
and
do
I
that.
didn't want you to have to use the dump.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's still going.
Damn, really? I heard the exact opposite.
Yeah, that would probably be the biggest myth about this area is everyone's old and goes to bed like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Early bird special and all that. But no, these gilfs party.
These gilfs party, he says. All right, very good.
Yeah,
Well,
they have live music. They have the
Like every day.
the squares. My wife was supposed to.
Every single day there is live music from like 5 to 9 o'clock.
Yep.
It is the most relaxed atmosphere you could ever be in.
Well, you have to invite me out sometime. We'll come out there and get a couple beers, all right? You can ride me around in your 45-mile-an-hour golf cart.
Jimmy Jams, I got a room special.
There you go.
It was just a matter of time.
Yep,
I got
was.
it. I got it.
You got it.
It was just a matter of time.
Can't say that word, dude.
Yeah.
My wife had a gig, was supposed to have a gig yesterday at the Villages, working with a band, working until 9, but they called it because it was too hot.
Really?
Extreme heat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be this past weekend?
Yesterday.
Damn, really, dude?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that, when you get out there, it's a lot of fun, but it shuts down 8, 9 o'clock. Nobody goes out. I think there was that one bar that Ross told us about that stays open past that. But, I mean, he's saying that's cracking out there. They're having some issues out there right now. They're having some issues defending the age limit thing because I guess some people are abusing it. Kids are moving back into the houses like 19, 20 years old, and there's some issues going on with, I guess, the owner or management not applying the fees properly, and they want more fees or something. I've read the drama over the last couple of weeks out there. But when you expand that fast, there's going to be issues.
And yes, but what's interesting is how we're seeing a generation of kids returning home because of the expense of living out, and how that when your parents have moved into I don't know if they call it they don't call it a retirement community.
They do.
Well, no, I think it's actually called an active adult living community these days.
Yeah.
I don't know if they use the word retirement anymore.
Right.
Most of them use active adult living community or something like that.
But it's supposed to be what, 50 and up?
55 and up.
50, and that's nothing.
That is nothing, but I believe the Villages actually starts at 50, but I think it is a 55 plus community. There are a number of them in Lake County.
Yep, it's 55 plus.
Yeah. Because there are a number of them, and they use the same language, active adult community or something like that. They don't say retirement anymore. I guess that's a bad word these days.
So when your boomerang kid comes back, it's like,
Yeah, they're only supposed to. You're only supposed to be able to have that for a while. They're not supposed to be a permanent resident for a certain amount of time, because they just simply don't want those people inundating the community there.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an older community for a reason, right?
Yeah, it's the 80-20 rule.
Is that what it is?
A provision within the Housing for Older Persons Act of 1995 requiring that at least 80% of the occupied units in a 55-plus community have at least one resident aged 55 or older. The remaining 20% of units can be occupied by residents of any age.
Really?
That allows for some flexibility in the age demographics of the community while still maintaining its focus on older adults.
And that's wild. Again, when I was reading that this past weekend, it was just a bunch of people that were complaining about, again, the fees and how they were being applied, because a number of the places they didn't think were being taken care of properly. And then, younger people being prevalent in the community and you being able to see it.
Right.
And the whole idea is you don't want a bunch of 25, 30-year-olds running around because they live with mom or dad now. You still
Seeing
want
what you're doing in the golf cart after you got the blue pill from the guy with the popped-up polo collar. You want to be able to get your freak on without a bunch of young people asking you what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't want to be buying my blue chews from Shooter McGavin over there.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Have you noticed those blue lights on the top of traffic lights? Have you guys noticed that at all?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes.
Did you have that?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, a law enforcement friend told me.
It's crazy. I'll tell you what it is next.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
My mom has the fattest cat you've ever seen, too. That didn't sound good.
Poor phrasing.
That was the worst phrasing I could have ever done for that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. Wow, is it hot, even for lifelong Floridians. This is some big stuff. Going into tomorrow, excessive heat watch, actual air temperatures near 100. With the humidity tomorrow, heat index 115 to 120 is where it'll max out around Orlando. Seriously, take care of yourself if you're going to be outside for any prolonged periods on Tuesday. Good news is, if you don't like the heat, the temperatures come down a bit, but rain chances rise later this week.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at FAS Exteriors. Love these guys. You will as well. They installed windows and doors in a couple of my homes in Central Florida over the years and absolutely nailed it every single time. These guys are such pros, man. I remember when the inspector from Seminole County asked me who installed the door that I was that he was inspecting, and he just said, "This is like a perfect installation." I kind of laughed. I was like, "This is just how these guys roll." Their expert team of window and door installers will make your entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to that final inspection, and they've been doing this since 2005. FAS has certainly earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. So today, upgrade your home with a team that delivers excellence. Simply visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam. As big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Can you believe it's already been 10 years? Yeah, we're celebrating 10 years of iHeart Country. From unforgettable performances to the biggest names in country music, thank you for making us your home for all things country over the past decade. Celebrate by listening to iHeart Country Radio and get to know the voices of iHeart Country. And don't forget to tag iHeart Country to share your favorite moments on social media.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code OIL25.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. You want to leave a talk back? You could do that as well. Just get that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. We'll get you on the air. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. I'm going to get to that blue light thing here in a second. I forgot to tell you guys something. So I found out something I'd never really known about. And we hear about this all the time. My daughter was in Los Angeles for the last 3 days, out there with a friend going to a punk show, a big punk festival thing. And that one night they went to the Dodgers They went to a Dodgers game when Shohei hit a homer. Okay. So they get to see that.
Isn't that like every Dodgers game?
Yeah, right. And then I think on Saturday night, they went to the Comedy Store.
Cool.
In L.A. And the thing about going to the Comedy Store in L.A. is you never really know who's going to show up. And sure enough, they got themselves a little treat. Just so happens that one of my favorite podcasters dropped by and did a set, and that would be Mark Maron. And he's ending his podcast here, I think, in a little bit later this summer or later this year. He's calling it good, and he was one of the OGs, like one of the original people to break out and do a podcast called WTF. And if you ever want to check it out, you can. Some of the better interviews that you'll hear that don't really, that aren't really suck ups, and sometimes don't even hit the topic. They just kind of talk about things, and I find it kind of interesting. So she got to see Mark Maron do a set. Well, it just so happens, as I was reading around today, there was a story about Mark Maron. He's got a new special coming out soon. Did you guys ever wonder how much it costs to license a song for something?
Ooh.
Because we know we hear this, right? Matter of fact, if you listen to the radio station here recently, you can hear some changes. Because we will play certain songs beforehand, but we cannot play any music on the air that we repeat in the podcast, because then we will have played it so you can hear it again for free. So we have to kind of edit that out of the show. So if you ever listen to the podcast, you're not going to hear any music you recognize. That stuff's protected, and they're very, very, very diligent about being cool about that. So from the company internally, we really have to be careful about what we put on the podcast.
Yeah, because AI can just they can just set programs to look for it.
That's it.
And they can.
And they do, and they will come after you for it, and they will sue you. They don't care how big you are. It is a violation. So in Mark Maron's new 1 hour of comedy, he wanted to use a Taylor Swift song, right? And he wanted to find out how much it would take to use that. Now, he knows Jack Altonoff, the guy who is one of the co-writers for some of the songs for Taylor Swift, and the Taylor Swift song that he used is literally an added track, a B-side added track to her latest record, which means it wasn't exactly a throwaway song, but it wasn't exactly a song they had a lot of faith in to, really break it and become a single, right? He bought 1 minute of the song to play during his show, during his recording for his 1 hour comedy special. How much do you think it cost Mark Maron to use just 1 minute of a Taylor Swift song that isn't even a gigantic hit that I know of?
$500,000.
Ooh.
I was thinking $350,000, but I won't.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Not even the entire song, just 1 minute of the song.
I'll go a cool million.
It's not that high. It's $50,000.
Really?
$50,000 to use 1 minute of the song. So, Jack, really, you're right. Ratio-wise, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
Because the song is like 3.5, 4 minutes. And to your cost, it would have been about that, per minute. $50,000 to use a Taylor Swift song for 1 minute. And there are no deals. Like, he knows the guy who wrote it, and the guy who wrote it said, you got to go through the process.
Yeah.
There are no, I can't give you a heads up. I mean, this is a licensed tune that's all protected legally. Just because I wrote the thing doesn't, he's almost like giving his power away, because once you license the song, it has to go through all the protocol of being used.
And there are a bunch of people who get a piece of that, and, they don't want to give you a deal necessarily.
Right.
So with licensing music, I remember when Ross's brother Chase was on the Alter Ego show, they had to check what songs they wanted to perform and then what ones they could get the rights to. And the same thing is true with America's Got Talent. You can show up, you could want to perform a song, but to get it on television, they need to clear that with the artist or, whoever owns the rights to that to be able to do that.
And that's wild, because we've never really talked about that. And the cost was like a master mix CD for my childhood. There's all these great songs from the 70s and 80s, rock and pop and everything like that. And it just wonders how much of a movie's budget now is going to just licensing those songs. If 1 minute of a Taylor Swift song costs $50,000, how much do you think goes into providing the soundtrack when it's popular songs in major films?
And then it's for the artist. Does it Blue Swede, who had Hooked on a Feeling in that movie Guardians of the Galaxy? That only helps them. Another example, Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush, in this for Stranger Things. I mean, that just being in there totally elevated her career to another level.
Obviously.
And also got her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And didn't you say Happy Gilmore 2 had a lot of really good songs in it, too? Somebody texted that it had a great soundtrack.
It did. It had a really good soundtrack. Matter of fact, people were commenting on the soundtrack like as we were watching the movie. Now, we know Taylor Swift is a premier artist, and that makes sense. She's probably one of the most popular, and we know she's one of the most successful, if not the most successful artist of all time, even now. So obviously that's going to drive the cost up. But still, like, let's say you want to put a Bad Company song, like Feel Like Making Love or something, like in your movie. What's that cost?
Well, at least $50,000.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, like, it obviously has to do with the popularity of the band or the popularity of the band at the time and how iconic the song is. Like, I'm guessing if you want to use like Stairway to Heaven or any of the Queen tunes that have been very iconic, you're probably going to pay out the ass for that.
Now, I would imagine the Kate Bush song you didn't have to pay out of the ass for because that wasn't one of her chart toppers.
I'm not even familiar with any chart toppers that she had. I know that song.
Yeah.
But you're right. Before that, it would have been, it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that song vaguely. And because it was so well used so prolifically in that series of that season of Stranger Things, it just launched the popularity. And now the way social media and TikTok uses it, I wonder, like with TikTok and Instagram, I wonder what kind of deals they get, because
that's what I always worry, because when you see on Reels and they're using like a current popular song, it's like, how are you getting away with that?
But some of those are already licensed to the app, though, aren't they? Because you can choose them.
And that's why, because when I edit stuff, I use a different editor on my phone. I don't edit inside the app, but I do not add music. When I load it to Instagram, then I use their music because it's what they have the rights to.
Right.
And same thing, if I take that same piece of video and I put it on our TikTok channel, then it's different music. And what I've noticed is a few years back when I think Taylor Swift might have been the first one to tell TikTok, stop using my music, and then Sony said you can't use any Sony artists. It's a lot harder to find well-known copywritten music on TikTok than it is on Instagram. On Instagram, everything seems to be there.
Really?
And that's because I think they just have a deal with different record companies and for a certain amount of pay for usage. And I believe they didn't get that deal with TikTok, and a lot of them had said, pull my music. What you will see is up-and-coming artists who are looking for attention say, please use my music.
Yeah, matter of fact, I remember who was telling me about something like that. It wasn't Kat. It was another artist that we know was talking about getting their song in a soundtrack. And we know for a fact that commercials have broken songs because what was that band from Georgia? They were hit at Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
Like they had a song breaking an Apple commercial before anybody kind of knew who they were.
Apple commercials were the biggest, I think, for taking music and just putting it out there. Jet, Are You Gonna Go My Way was another one that just every time it appeared in an Apple commercial, it would kind of launch another level of success and popularity for that song.
Yeah. It was just crazy when I saw that number. I mean, I was like, 1 minute? And he said it had to be exactly 1 minute. Had they gone over even 1 second,
it would have cost more money.
It would have cost them more money. And he even tried to call in a favor, and they stuck his ass for $50K. I love that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We'll talk about those lights next.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The off-ramp's partially blocked from State Road 429 northbound to New Independence Parkway. There's a crash on Lake Mary Boulevard near I-4, causing a bit of commotion. Traffic slowing down over Lake Jessup Bridge on the Greenway there, and the roadways might be wet out there in your area. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Guys, make the most of your summer. Visit the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. That's the only place where you can meet an astronaut, touch a moon rock, stand nose to nose with the real spatial Atlantis, plus so much more. Come discover something real and launch into an unbelievable adventure at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. That's right, we're calling all space explorers out there. Come face to face with real space and cutting edge innovations of space exploration from NASA. Explore more and enjoy the summer. And man, you need to fuel it up because this Florida 4-pack offer is crazy. From July 2nd all the way through September 13th, Florida residents can enjoy 4 admission tickets for only $167 plus tax. You can't beat it. So this summer, go beyond NASA's gates and experience everything at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. For your tickets and more information, just visit KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Hey there. You hear that? Right. You don't. That's what it's like to order food for your workplace with Easy Cater. No hold music while you wait to place your order. No tapping as you type in special dietary instructions or long, complicated searches for options in your budget. No crinkling of paper receipts. Just...
Dang, these are some tasty sandwiches.
Easy Cater, the better way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Storm season is here, and Florida ranks among the worst states for long summer power outages, averaging over 18,000 hours without power every year. That's why Solar Source is stepping up. For over 40 years, they've protected over 60,000 Florida homes. And now you can win a battery backup system valued at $20,000. Don't wait for the next blackout. Register now at iHeart.com/solar. That's iHeart.com/solar. Solar Source, power when you need it most.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
There's an app for your music, an app for your photos, even an app that tracks your steps. But only one app brings you the live radio dial and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets you can tap anytime. The free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com. Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
It's time to ride like an insider. Employee Pricing Plus is back at the Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Pay what we pay, plus get $4,000 total bonus cash allowance or 3.9 APR financing for 72 months. This pickup is for towing, hauling, or just showing off. It does it all. The Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of the lifetime warranty. TheLandAuto.com. See dealer for details. Restrictions apply. Not all purchasers will qualify. Offer ends July 31st.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
The Girlfriends is back with a new season, and this time I'm telling you the story of Kelly Harnett. Kelly spent over a decade in prison for a murder she says she didn't commit. As she fought for her freedom, she taught herself the law.
He goes, oh, God, Harnett, jailhouse lawyer.
And became a beacon of hope for the women locked up alongside her.
I think I was put here to save souls by getting people out of prison.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Girlfriends Jailhouse Lawyer, and listen now.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
One of my favorite stories on the subject of licensing music for film and television was in the early days of The Office. Steve Carell was filming a scene in which he had just purchased 2 tickets unknowingly to his then girlfriend to Sandals, Jamaica, and he calls her up and improvises the line in the scene, "I've got 2 tickets to Sandals, Jamaica. Pack your bags. It leaves the day after tomorrow." And long story short, the producers had to pay like $35,000 to get it cleared later.
No way.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Well, Mark Maron tried to get the song for free, but he asked, who do I have to pay? And Taylor Swift was like, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Thanks. Bye.
Taylor Swift puns.
He was quoting, yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Appreciate that very much, as we do every day. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
You can check us out on YouTube anytime you like. Just go to JimColbertLive.com. We also have a chat room there. We put question of the day up so you can get involved, which will tell you how it ends up at the end of the show today. What is it today, Jackson?
It's posted now. When do you stop for gas? Under 3/4 of a tank, under half a tank, under 1/4 of a tank, or when the light is on?
Yeah. I'm a light is on kind of guy.
No.
I know somebody would be half a tank. Once it gets to half a tank, they fill up.
Yeah.
Don't say that's normal. It's not normal.
I've heard you're not supposed to do that. Like when it's 3/4 full.
No, you're not supposed to do what I do. You're not supposed to run it completely empty.
No.
Yeah, not good.
You're going to see that white truck on the side of the 429.
Yeah. You'll know it.
Yeah.
I currently have a bag of firewood and a foldable table that is attached to my car via an old belt of mine. And if you don't believe that's true, it's true.
It is true because I saw it Friday night and I saw it again Monday afternoon when I parked. And I'm like, that sucker made it through the whole weekend without anyone grabbing that table.
Very hot, Jack. Very hot out there. So what we were talking about is, and I just saw one of these for the first time yesterday, and I wondered what it was. Actually, I told my wife I thought it was a camera. So if you're, and this is only a few markets in the U.S. right now. It's in Florida. It's Gainesville, Fort Myers, Orlando, Collier County. Across the nation, there are some other spots as well. Minnesota has them. Let's see. I want to say Arizona has them as well, but I'm not 100 on that. But here's what it is. You'll see your traffic light, and then to the side and bottom of your traffic light, there's another traffic light. And you would think maybe it's a turning light, but this light is blue, right? Have you heard what it's for, Jack? Do you know what it is?
There are two things. I thought this was one is for, so if you are in the opposite lane, you know when the other direction of traffic, when it went red. So as a law enforcement officer, if the light is blue and a car goes through, you know that they just ran a red light.
That's exactly what it is, man. That's right. These little blue lights are called confirmation lights, and they're designed to help law enforcement officers see from any direction which lights are red. It says, for example, if a driver is going south, but the cop is facing another direction, the officer wouldn't be able to see whether the driver's light was red when they entered the intersection. That's because the blue confirmation light, which is only illuminated when the signal below is red, can be seen from any direction. So on top of the red light cameras that catch you for running that, they can get you live now because they can find out. And that's been a game changer. Because I'm telling you, man, there are a number of lights that kind of roll through that I call them late yellows. You go through that late yellow light, and you figure, because I don't know, by the way, what is the call there?
Okay, I believe.
What is the call? Because I've always heard if you're in the intersection when it turns red, you're cool.
That's what I've heard too.
Yes.
That line you approach to where you would stop for a red light, if you can cross that light and it's still yellow, you're safe, because then you are in the intersection, it turns red, you proceed.
See, I was always told if you can see the light yellow until you go under it, you're safe. But if you can see the light turn red while you're in the intersection,
hit the gas.
Theoretically, right? Floor it. Theoretically, they could get you a ticket. Have you ever gotten a red light ticket, like from a camera? Like they just send you a ticket and say, "We got you. Here's your license plate. Here's the picture. You owe us $65 or whatever."
Yep.
Yeah, I've got one as well. Have you gotten one, Deb?
I think just one. It was years ago.
Yeah, I got one and one only. But I got to tell you, I probably deserved about 10 of them because I do push that limit sometimes when especially if I'm kind of, and we always talk ourselves into the same thing, right? Well, it's safer if I just go through. It's safer. Trying to stop is so much more. That's so much more dangerous, and that's what I'll tell the cop. And the cop is not going to understand. Nope. You are getting that ticket. But yeah, apparently that's just being used here in a couple places in Florida, not through the entire state, by the way, and then other places in the U.S. Yeah, I didn't know that. And again with that red light thing, I don't take many shots there because I don't want to get pulled over.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I never want to get pulled over. I hate being pulled over.
That's why you got to hit the gas.
It'd be better for you to get pulled over. How many tickets have you gotten out of just for being cute? I'm serious.
None?
Oh, come on. You haven't really?
That's when you call a friend and you say, "Hey, you might know this person."
Yeah. I know.
Do a solid.
I know my wife has gotten out of a couple tickets. And I know if you have a good smile, sometimes you can get out of tickets.
I didn't my last time.
No. I've tried to get cute out of my tickets, too. It doesn't work. Dudes just aren't buying it. They're not buying it.
That lady cop did.
Yeah, no, she did not buy it. I got that ticket bigger than F. I paid that thing quick, too. Yeah, so yeah, just a few potential benefits to install these lights. For one thing, only one officer is needed to monitor an intersection instead of two now. And it's less dangerous for police officers since they can monitor entire intersections from a safe vantage point. But do cops do that? With red light cameras and stuff, I don't think cops don't like police intersections anymore looking for people running red lights, do they?
No, but
I've not seen that.
If they're at a traffic light and, the light's changing and they see a car going the other direction right in front of them.
Yeah.
Now they have probable cause, I would say, to pull them over.
Yeah, cities in Colorado, South Dakota, and Kansas have all installed these blue light indicators, and the Minnesota Department of Transportation conducted a safety study in 2014 on the impact of them in Florida, and shortly thereafter, the little blue lights started popping up in Minnesota like Blaine, Crystal, and Maplewood.
Because, they have taken out a lot of the red light cameras, the issues with them, so this might be a way for municipalities to be able to monitor speed without necessarily having to spend the money or the controversy with the cameras.
That's cool about having this show because we always get people who know this stuff maybe a little bit more than we do. Let's talk to Sean, who says he's a traffic engineer. Sean, what's going on?
Hey, Jim. How are you doing?
Good, brother.
Everybody. Those are called confirmation lights, and it is for the police officer to know what lights are red And to clear up running a red light, the stop bar, that's what they're called in my world. Some people call them a stop line. As long as the rear end of your car has passed that stop bar before the light turns red, you're not running a red light.
Oh,
wow.
I'm good then. Yes.
Wow, that's really
Yes,
you know,
yes, yes.
I've never heard that confirmation, dude.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Well, I've been doing it for about 24 years, so you kind of, you learn as you go. But Seminole County does have a lot of confirmation lights. Certain counties don't use them. But yeah, that's typically for exactly what you said earlier about a cop coming from another direction would know if they're running a red light based on those blue confirmation lights.
Sean, do fire trucks and those first responders have equipment that can change the light?
Yes, they do, and that's called Opticom, and they either have infrared Opticom, which needs a line of sight, and what they do is they have a button inside, like either any kind of emergency vehicle, and they hit that button, and it tells the traffic signal that direction that they're heading, they need to have a green light.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and then they also have GPS now.
That technology's got to be pretty crazy because, I mean, I've seen cops still have to kind of slow down and work their way through an intersection because it was crowded with people and they didn't seem to have time maybe to trip that, or do they always work?
Sometimes it depends on the county. Like I said, there's infrared, there's GPS. The cop car might only be infrared capable, but the signal only has GPS capability. So it's, but yeah, most of the time they either don't hit the button in time for the light to cycle to green for them, or it just isn't working.
Hey, it's fascinating. We've never talked to anybody like you before. I find this kind of fascinating. So, with that said, how long does it take to program a light for a certain intersection, and how long does it take for you guys to go back to an intersection as a community grows? So let's say you build an intersection, it doesn't have any problems at first because there aren't that many people in the area, but after time, that area gets more congested. How often do you guys recalibrate these lights to give enough time for people to get through based on the traffic?
Well, here's another whoop-de-doo for you. Pretty much every traffic signal, 90% of I work here locally in Seminole County. I'm not going to say where, but we're a private company, but most of our work is with the DOT and Seminole County, Orange County, any municipality, basically. We don't do private work. We do all governmental type stuff. They have fiber optic cables that connect, and that's what we call interconnect, and that connects every traffic signal, and it all goes back to the, where the courthouse is in Seminole County on 1792?
Yeah.
All that information goes back to there, and every cabinet or every traffic signal has its own individual IP address. So they could pull up the IP address from their office over here by the courthouse and change what we call the timings, how much green time you have versus other directions.
So what information do you guys use to reprogram that? Is that just like you get a bunch of complaints from the community, or do you guys or does somebody go out there and go and reestablish the traffic volume in that area at a certain time?
Just curious. Have you ever seen those cameras that kind of look like a doorbell hanging up, or look like a doorbell?
Yeah.
Okay, those cameras can actually count cars, tell you how many people are on the road that day. They also have Bluetooth readers that can tell you how many cars are going through an intersection every day.
They used to have to put a hose across the street for the cars to drive over. Yeah. Hey, Sean.
That's if you're doing a speed test. That's the way they do it if you don't have those, what we call IMC cameras that can count cars and count how many people are turning right, how many people are turning left, or going straight through an intersection.
Sean, question for you. When you have, if there's a intersection with a traffic camera, with a camera meant for capturing people running red lights, can the third party, can they shorten the amount of time that the yellow is up, or is there a standard for the state?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. It's based on speed. So there's criteria that the Florida Department of Transportation tells us. If you're in a 45 miles an hour, your minimum yellow time has to be this, and your minimum red time is this. And if you're on a road that has like an incline or a decline to it, then you have to do a different type of formula, because if you're going uphill, you might need more red time and yellow time than you would if you were coming downhill. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get over there doing a lot of math every day, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for calling, buddy. It's been fascinating. Thanks, man. And be careful out there, okay?
No problem. And hey, you've met my mom before. Just to bring up something. I don't know if you remember. It's probably been about 13 years ago. You sold I want to say a toddler bed, but like a bed for. It was bought for my son. But my mom had the truck, and she went and got it and picked it up from you and met you about 12 or 13 years ago.
That would have been my house over there on the lake over here on the other side. I actually remember that. It was my daughter's bed because she moved into a bigger bed. That's exactly what it was. Wow, very cool, dude. Well, be good out there, Sean. We appreciate it, buddy. Good hearing you.
Yeah, that's that Sean's brush with fame.
Yeah. Hey, I bought my daughter's old bed. Yeah. All right, 407-916. Fascinating stuff. By the way, it reduced 33% of the red light and accidents by having those blue lights up. Dropped it 33%.
So you'll see them probably in more states.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in 1 sec.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The roadways are getting busy, and there's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on Apopka Vineland Road near I-4, where Land Street Road meets Bachman Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from State Road 429 northbound to New Independence Parkway. Keep an eye out for an accident here on the Greenway northbound heading over Lake Jessup Bridge. That's off to the shoulder. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
What up, Mario Lopez here? You know, I love me a throwback like the Staples Easy button. It's back and bringing more easy than ever. Custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. Yeah, Staples, that was easy.
Man, let me tell you something. If you have a bathroom in your house that you cannot stand and you figure it's about time to get this out of there, you're going to remodel it or replace it, man, please get with my friends over at Rebath of Mid-Florida. These guys are so good at what they do, saving you so much time and money just by being efficient and awesome. And the products you get are amazing. Check this out. Just go to their showroom. It's easy to find. 436 up in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. And when you walk in, you are going to see some models set up. That's not what you're buying. Those models are only there to show you their products configured into different bathroom designs. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you're going to get 10% off your total job. That's amazing. That could be a gigantic savings. And guys, we're talking about multiple choices of toilets and sinks and tubs and lighting and cabinetry. It's all there waiting for you. These guys can do the job in 4 to 6 days. They do it with their employees, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install when the job is done. So if you're looking for a new bathroom, the guys over at Rebath are waiting for your call. It's rebath.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. Listen starting next Monday to win your way there.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by the Home Builders Network. That's Mike the Home Builder. Great guy. Matter of fact, doing work at my house this week because whether it's roofs, matter of fact, he did my roof 2 years ago, gutters with covers, replacing windows, replacing doors, and now bathrooms. That's right, getting a new bathroom. Thank you, Mike the Home Builder and the Home Builders Network. It's HBNUSA.com. Use someone local, someone you can trust, someone with over 3 decades of experience as a contractor. I mean, I'm watching the work he is doing and just amazed at the preventative stuff he is doing that could turn into problems if you don't know what you're doing. Hire someone who knows. That's the Home Builders Network. Deal with a team of professionals. Again, connect with them at HBNUSA.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Orlando.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for big time fun for the whole family. Featuring Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Save up to $10 on tickets with a savings coupon from participating Ford dealerships. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday. Tickets on sale now.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey!
Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? On this Monday, couple things to share with everybody. Some Olelo. I actually, working in hot airplane hangars, keep some sea salt in the truck. So I'm kind of dabbing a little bit of salt all throughout the day as I'm pounding water. Good for the body. And don't run your gas tank down too low. When there's more air in the tank, it's more strain on the fuel pump. So I like keep them full. Aloha.
There you go, Jimmy.
So confused. I'm on a low-sodium diet, and now they want me to just crunch sea salt directly.
Right, yeah.
Get a salt lick.
I'll pass. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Oh,
I'm Jim.
I love a salt lick.
There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah, I'm not on a low-sodium diet.
Used to have one behind our cabin.
A salt lick?
Yeah, for the deer.
For the deer? Yeah, I know that when you look at those goats, like the mountain goats that climb up those dams, you can go and check this out on YouTube. What they're trying to do is get to those salt and mineral deposits that are coming out of the side of this rock and stuff. It's kind of wild. They'll risk their entire lives to get to it. They need it so bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. Have you seen them, right? They're literally like on the side of a dam. Like it is almost straight down, and they just have their toe hooked into one, and they're jumping from one to that, and their kids are right behind them.
Oh,
like the little goats. It's terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
If you really want to amp up your anxiety,
yeah, there you go.
Either go watch those crazy Russian kids who do cartwheels on the top of buildings, on the ledges, or go look at these damn goats. It's those damn mountain goats, those big ones that have those square faces. It's incredible. By the way, somebody texted in earlier, and you had a good question. We were talking about the traffic. By the way, the guy was a traffic engineer, Sean.
Okay.
Because people in the texting server were asking what his job was. He's a traffic engineer. Jack, do you know what the yellow or the blue reflector is on roads?
Somebody texted us and said, if this guy tells you what the blue reflector on the road is, he needs to watch his back. Too many secrets revealed. Ha ha.
I thought the blue reflector on the road was to tell fire departments where the hydrants were.
Right.
That's what I thought. So when you're driving down, if you saw the blue reflector, that you knew there was a water source near. But I don't know that that's true, because blue also would mean cop, right? I mean, back to blue.
Well, I assume just like the blue lights on the top.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I also, the reflectors that you see on the road that let you know what lane you're in. I was telling Jimmy that you'll never see those up north where we're from, because the snow plows would just pop them right out of the ground. And the guy who invented them, it was cat's eyes that inspired him, so that when the lights hit those reflectors at night, you can still see what lane you're in, because they reflect the headlights back to you.
Right.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And they do help, but you just won't see them
It's
up
funny.
north.
I recall, I never had them up north.
No.
They're down here, but it didn't dawn on me until you point out that's the reason they can't have them up north. Snowplows.
Snowplows, exactly.
Incredible, right?
Yeah,
And
take them right out of the ground.
Somebody said the blue reflector does mean fire hydrant.
Bravo.
Does it really?
Yeah, that's
Points for you.
That's what I always thought it was. I was always told that when you see those blue reflectors, that it means that there's a fire hydrant near there. So if a fire truck is en route and there's a fire near, I would think they would already know where they are. I would think that that's kind of part of being a fireman or a fire chief, is that you have an idea where the sources of water are that you can hook up to, but I don't know.
But,
Hey, Jimmy got a bell, everybody.
Yay, Jimmy got a bell.
He's telling the studio audience. We have one every day. We just don't mic them up.
I think probably now they use technology to figure out where the hydrants are, but those reflectors have probably been there for a while.
Yeah, you would figure they'd have a map of some sort. Like if you're going to a fire in a certain area, they would tell you, hey, there's a fire in this address. Your nearest water source is going to be here, here, or here.
Yeah, why not GPS, Wi-Fi, device,
exactly.
little antenna, boom,
Yeah.
there you go.
So there are some other traffic things in tow today. Starting this Friday. When is August 1st? It's Friday, right?
Correct.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you hear that? August 1st is Friday.
Yep.
Have you, now, Jack, we have kids,
Yes.
right? And all of our kids drove in high school, right?
They did.
And was that one of the more terrifying times of your fatherhood?
It was.
It was for me as well. And I could think everybody out there listening, regardless of how good their kid can drive, was probably horrified the first time that they grabbed the keys and hauled us out by themselves.
I'm sure.
I know it was the greatest day of my entire life when I get the freedom of having a vehicle. Oh, my God. In Florida, though, there is a new law. And the new law is this. And I'm smiling and Deb is smiling because teens who are applying for their learner's permits in Florida will have a new requirement to get an ID card starting October 1st. And what it means is first-time applicants under the age of 18 to complete a new 6-hour driving education safety course. So now you can't just roll up there with your $35 or whatever it costs to get a driver's license now and the ability to drive. You have to take this test now. And to get it says the course is meant to be on par with the FDL or the Florida Department of Education's driver education and traffic safety curriculum. Because we talked about like driver's ed, that's kind of gone in schools now. I don't know one school that has driver's ed anymore.
Which is crazy to me because where else did you learn how to drive?
They still have it. It might be a summer class, but both my girls went through it.
That's funny. At Lake Howell High School, they had an area out there, and they didn't. And my kids did not. Like nobody went to it. It wasn't. I don't even think it was even offered. The area where they had the cars parked was all gone, and it was just kind of being used for band practice.
What I like at Winter Springs High, where my girls went to school, one of the parking lots is kind of mapped out where all the different types of roads and turns and stuff. And so that's where I would take them on the weekends to practice.
That's exactly what Lake Howell has. Up front, there was what looks like to be a gigantic basketball court, and it had cars parked in there because they would get a partnership with a dealership, and the dealership would give them some loaner cars or whatever. And then, and I don't know if there's a tax break there or whatever the hell is the deal is with that. Maybe it's advertising. I don't know. But you'd go there, you grab your car, you learn how to drive. And like Jack said, it was all fenced in. It had a tower in the middle where the teacher could sit there and communicate and kind of let you know what you were doing wrong. But I'm going to tell you, they were in school for all those years. I never knew that anybody used it once. Matter of fact, I remember the cars just kind of disappearing from it, and the only thing that happened there was band practice. So, I don't know. I don't know if schools even offer that anymore. It takes up so much space, too. I wouldn't even think they did it on campus. They would probably do it out on the road. But it says, the course standards require students to demonstrate knowledge of traffic laws and safe driving, which includes defensive driving, understanding the consequence of substance abuse while driving, as well as distracted driving, and no practices in driving in Florida weather conditions. Well, I think is pretty important.
Very.
I know it rains everywhere, but Florida during the summer, it can get really gnarly really quick on some of these big roads, and it can be kind of scary, even if you're a seasoned driver.
Hey, every time I start to hydroplane, your heart goes a little bit faster.
Absolutely horrifying. Says information on the 4 schools that they're offering this. You can go to Florida HSMV website and check that out. The new course will replace the current 4-hour traffic law, substance, and education course. So it's replacing another course already.
And adding 2 hours.
Yeah. It says any teen under 18 who takes or took the 4-hour course before August 1st and still has a valid certificate of completion will not have to worry about taking the new one.
All right.
So if you've already taken it, you don't have to retake it because of the new law. You just have to move forward, and the people who are turning after that will have to take the class.
I remember ours being like weeks long.
Yeah. Did you drive before you drove? Did your mom and dad take you out to teach you how to drive before classes or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Jack, you?
You mean with permission?
Would you?
You remember the guy stole his mom's car? And
so
all the gas.
Did I drive? Yeah. Was I taught to drive? No.
So your mom or your stepdad never took the time to teach you to drive?
Correct.
Really? Did you just learn from buddies?
How did I learn?
Sisters?
No. Once I got my permit, then, with my permit, I would go out with my mom, and we would drive.
She would drive around with you?
Yeah.
Or let you drive?
And then we had, I had driver's ed in high school where one class you went driving with the teacher. And it was just one time out.
Right, that's it. Yeah.
Or maybe a couple.
Right.
But
I think what would happen with our class, I remember the kids, because I never took it in high school, but the kids who went out, they would do the same thing. The teacher would be and they would just rotate. So the teacher would start off and show the students what they wanted to do, and then they would rotate, and the teacher would wind back up in the driver's seat, and they would have to repeat it every time.
I was lucky. I had driver's ed twice.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because
failed it the first time?
No, I did fail the first time because he said I put my blinker on too early.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's
Jesus!
Yeah.
He just wanted to keep you in the car because you're cute.
Every time I turn my blinker on, I'm like, take that,
I failed the first time for a California stop. I didn't stop all the way.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like to think he wanted to keep me in the car because I was cute.
Probably. I'm sure he did. Those baby blues.
Mine passed me before I got in and said, "Don't get in here. You're ugly MFer with your chip ass tooth and your mullet. Get out of here."
But then when I bought a stick shift, I didn't know how to drive stick. So I bought the car and couldn't even drive it home.
Damn.
It's like...
And then
Ross said the same thing, but had to drive it home from like West Palm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
From like in Naples or whatever. But I couldn't drive it home. And then I put a student driver sign in my back window Because
you just felt like getting bullied?
No, because it's
because every time I see one, I bully the hell out of them.
Oh, it's great. As soon as they saw that sign, they would stay far enough away from my back end, because you think hills and, we don't have any hills in Florida until you're in neutral and you take your foot off the gas and you start rolling backward. And you're like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
Every time I see one of those stickers, I just honk my horn and yell, what are you doing? And they're not doing anything wrong. I just want them to be on their edge at all times.
I had one of my best friends actually took me to a parking lot, taught me how to shift and everything without even giving the car gas.
That's crazy. I learned how to drive a stick by riding a motorcycle.
Really?
Because the idea of a clutch and letting out the clutch and gas at the same time is the same exact process, except you do it with your feet instead of your hands.
See that?
So, and I was driving when I was, 10 or 11 years old. I mean, because we lived rurally, and it'd be nothing for you to, to sit on your dad's lap or drive or whatever. And I think by the time I was in 8th or 9th grade, I was driving my mom's truck and car up to get like stuff at the station or the store, or to get the mail and stuff. So, I mean, I think it's weird. And, Jack, you said where you lived in Jersey is pretty rural, though, right? It's not like a city or anything, is it? You said it's a small town?
Well,
it's not rural.
It's not rural by any sense.
I got you, okay.
But it was a small town.
But like Winter Springs to Orlando kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. My town was a mile by a mile and a half, right?
Yeah.
But it was New Jersey, especially north of Jersey.
Right.
New Jersey is the most densely populated state.
Right, yeah.
A
lot of people in that mile by mile.
Yeah.
And same thing, in Green Bay, we were living on city streets. So, I mean, my parents wouldn't let us go out without a valid driver's license. It'd be more likely we'd get pulled over.
Damn. Yeah.
Unlike where you were out, where you could kind of tool around and
out in the middle of the woods.
Probably just waved you at
out in the middle of the woods. I mean, nobody even came out there. I mean, where we live, cops never even came out there unless they were called. There was no patrol where I lived.
They were scared of it too?
I mean, we lived behind a paper mill. Like, I'm going to give you we lived behind a paper mill in the middle of nowhere. The nearest store where you could buy like a drink or a soda was 6 miles away.
How bad did that smell?
Oh, God, dude, you had to be
living behind a paper mill.
Because I know, being in Green Bay, Fort Howard that's a big paper mill town.
Yeah.
It stinks to high heaven.
And Jacksonville stinks from,
that's what it is.
End to end.
And that's what it is, like up there in the North Florida area, because they have so many of those paper mills, and you see those engineered forests up there because you can drive down the road and see the trees in the perfect rows.
Yep.
But yeah, so what it is too, it's the process of evaporating the slurry that they use to make the paper with. So when they make this slurry of water, the water goes through a process, and they pump that water out into these ponds. So if you Google Earth, Palatka, Florida, and you go just northwest of town, you're going to see these giant ponds in the middle of nowhere. They look like 3 or 4 football fields sitting next to each other, and they're lined with this thick plastic, and they pump this water out there, and they have these circulators. You can actually see it in the photographs where they circulate the water, and all they're doing is they're evaporating the water out so that all that's left is the sludge from the paper making process. And when that water gets down and the sludge that's when it gets really pungent.
Oh, yeah. Pungent is a nice way to say it.
Matter of fact, for years, Palatka, when we would talk about Palatka, people from University of Florida would say, it's that smelly place we drive by on the way to the beach. But I haven't had it out there bad in a while. But, man, it could get gnarly back in the day.
Oh,
I mean, bad. Burn your eyes bad.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up, guys. Trivia is next. Let's give some stuff away.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I'm not saying like I'm some relationship guru. God knows I am not. But one great thing to do in the middle of an argument.
Boop on the nose.
That's it. Stops it every time.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Bucs edge rusher David Walker's rookie season is over. Just days into training camp, he tore his ACL during practice on Friday. The countdown's on now to the start of Florida's football preseason camp. Players will hit the field on Wednesday as they try to build on last year's successful finish. And Major League Baseball has placed Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase on paid leave through August 31st in an expanded sports betting probe. I'm Scott Davidson.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time to be a hero. Maybe tell your friends and family about Life Imaging FLA. And if you have a family member that you think could benefit from Life Imaging and their heart scan, get them over there, man. I'm telling you, it is crazy. I could not wait to tell my in-laws about this. After my wife and I went, I was like, yeah, you got to go. It's absolutely automatic. You got to get in there. Here's the thing. Everything could be fine, right? I had a 0 calcium score, so did my wife, so did my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. But the thing is if you don't have that 0 calcium score and your heart could have some issues, you've caught it early. That's the number one thing. You've caught it early. Now you take that information to your primary care doctor and you guys start building a plan of therapies and medicines to take care of you for years, maybe even surgery. But the good thing is now you know. That's important because about a third of this country will die from heart disease. And in some of those cases, the very first symptom you get is just dropping dead. Don't want to do that. Be proactive and get ahead of this with Life Imaging FLA. So don't wait. Do what I did. Get over there. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan and you will be connected in seconds. Make that call this year and take control of your long-term health care. You have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message or MyHeartMedia.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration. Here to help 24/7, 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance company and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Focus on getting better and let us take care of everything else. Our experienced team will get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. This summer, get more muscle for your money at the Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Right now, drive home the bold new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon with employee pricing plus and get an additional $3,500 bonus cash allowance. Exclusive savings on Jeep's legendary off-road pickup. Your adventure starts at the Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of the lifetime warranty. TheLandAuto.com. See dealer for details. Restrictions apply. Not all purchasers will qualify. Offer ends July 31st.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Radio.
listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So my family has an unconventional learning place of where they learn to drive. My dad did it. He did it for me. He did it for my sister. The cemetery. Want to know why? You got lots of turns, you got stops, you got all this other stuff, learning how to brakes, and you really can't hit anything that isn't already dead unless it's a tree.
All right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well, and he has the Jackie Sack. What's in it?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Here we go. What? I like Mondays because we don't know until we open up the Jackie Sack. We reach in and we pull out a pair of tickets to see Lee Asher at the Hard Rock Live Orlando. We talked to him recently. It was in advance of this upcoming show happening October 15th at the Hard Rock Live. And you can see Lee Asher. You know, he's from Animal Planet, but he does motivational speaking. And he's just, we've done 2 interviews. Extremely engaging cat.
Yeah, he's really cool. Sleeps with like 17 dogs and his fiance.
Yeah. How about that? You want tickets, go to hardrocklive.com and you can get them there. We also have a pair of passes to the first ever Florida Open 9-ball pool championship. Woohoo! It's taking over the Caribe Royale Orlando Resort from August 5th through the 10th. And we have a couple of passes that can be used any of the days in that time. So you can go on the day that works best for you. You want tickets to it, go to matchroompool.com. You also might be able to find those on Ticketmaster.
Ooh.
Wait a second. There's something else in here.
Oh, Jack is playing the game.
I am reaching in and I am pulling out a pair of, at one time, yes, a pair of tickets to Stevie Nicks at the Amalie Arena, August 30th. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com, but you want to win them and see Gypsy Woman herself, Stevie Nicks, at the Amalie. Those are your choices in today's Jackie Sack.
So back to you, Clickety
Thank you very much, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 1.
1 right up top is Howie. Howie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear that, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
I sure do.
All right, let's do it then, buddy.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
I think you might be in the witness protection program.
Howie, are you in the protection program, Hal?
No.
All right, very good. No. All right, buddy. This is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is untrue, Howie. But if you can find it, buddy, I'll send you over to the old Jackie Sack and you pick out something nice for yourself. Here we go. On this day in 1896, the city of Miami, Florida is officially incorporated on this day in 1896.
Wow.
That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Miami and 1 Art Deco lie. Here we go, buddy. We're talking about Miami. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, Brickell Avenue in Miami has the largest concentration of international banks in the entire United States. Number 2, Miami is home to Sightline, the largest Braille bookmaking company in the U.S. Number 3, Miami is the wreck scuba diving capital of the world with over 50 explorable wrecks. Or lastly, Miami is the only major city in the U.S. that is bordered by 2 national parks, Biscayne Bay and Everglades. Which of those is a lie?
The third one.
No, that's absolutely true. Actually, they say that Miami is the wreck diving capital of the world. They call it recreational.
I get it.
And not only are there 50 of them, apparently they're pretty easily accessible.
Oh, that'd be
so
cool.
you can, it's different skill levels, but a lot of them, even as a novice, you can get down to 2, 3, 4, or 5.
We're going 2.
2. Cardboard Mark, what's going on?
Hey guys,
Hey, buddy, how are you? We're talking about the city of Miami.
great.
Which one of these is untrue? I'm picking up on it, buddy. Very funny.
Yeah.
Here we go. Number 1, Brickell Avenue in Miami has the largest concentration of international banks in the U.S. Number 2, Miami is home to Sightline, the largest Braille bookmaking company in the country. Or lastly, Miami is the only major city in the U.S. bordered by 2 national parks, Biscayne Bay and Everglades. Which of those is a lie?
The last one.
No, that's absolutely true.
Oh, you made it, Puzzle Master.
Biscayne Bay on one side,
Yep.
Everglades National Park on the other. 2, 3, or 4? 3, 4, or 5?
Let's go 3.
Right there, it's Betsy. Betsy, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear that, Betsy. We're talking about Miami, and you have a 50-50 shot at winning something. Which one of these isn't true? Brickell Avenue, number 1, Brickell Avenue in Miami has the largest concentration of international banks in the U.S. Or lastly, Miami is home to Sightline, the largest Braille bookmaking company in the country.
Number 2.
That's the one. You're a winner. Sightline completely made up. There you go.
Wow.
You are a winner. There is no Sightline. It doesn't exist.
Good job.
Thank you, friend. Appreciate that.
Yeah, listen, I had a hard time narrowing what down. They
I know.
all sounded legit.
Yeah, Brickell Avenue does have the most concentration of international banks anywhere in the U.S.
I would believe that.
Yeah. A couple other things about Miami before we get to the top of the hour. Ray Trinley coming in a little bit later. Miami is named for the Miami, which is Mayaimi tribe.
Oh.
And Miami as a name translates into big water. Miami Beach is mostly
supermodels.
Man-made.
Really?
Yeah, matter of fact, they have to refurbish it every so often because that's been brought in.
Oh, wow.
According to oh man, I hate this word, Jack, if you don't mind.
Jack.
It's amazing how fast it gets over there when I make a mistake. Meteorological history.
Hey, he gets a ding. There we go.
How many times has it snowed in the city of Miami?
1.
2.
1 is the answer.
Yay.
January 19th, 1977. And I remember that day because in my hometown, there was snow. It wasn't like, oh, look, some flurries. It was like built up snow. You could make snowballs.
Really?
Icicles everywhere.
What year?
77.
Oh, wow.
We have Polaroids of it somewhere because everybody was running their sprinklers. They wanted to see icicles. And the graveyard ran all of their... What? What?
It's cold outside. Put the sprinkler on.
Yeah, that's what they did because we don't get to see stuff like that. So the graveyard turned on all their sprinklers, and dude, it was crazy. It was like an ice cavern of death, but very beautiful. And then lastly here, suntan lotion was invented in Miami, Florida.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I completely can see that happening.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. I'm going to give you guys a couple heads up here, right? Tomorrow is National Chicken Wing Day.
Oh,
all right.
no.
And you're bringing lunch.
No, we're going to have to listen to him talk about drummies all day.
No. I'm not going to talk about drummies. There are a bunch of people actually doing a big giveaway tomorrow. Look, and I got to tell you, I would never usually pull a story like this the day before. Dude, there are people losing their mind out there with chicken wings. Like they're like Popeyes. If you buy like a 6-piece, they'll give you another one straight up for free. So I'm going to do you guys a solid and tell you where you can get some free chicken wings tomorrow. Now,
let's go.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident reported on Land Street Road near Bachman Road, a crash on State Road 535 near I-4 there. The right lane's blocked on Mills Avenue northbound at Colonial Drive. Move over if you see police activity on the roadways. Traffic's piling up on all the major roadways, and it might be wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples easy button say? That was easy. Boom. I mean, that was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
Guys, here in Central Florida, as you may know, it is pretty vital that you have an AC company that works for you hard. Because at 110 degrees, it better be running 24 hours a day. Mills Airs, who we use here, we love them. You will as well. Been doing it since 92, 30 plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family cool. And I'm going to tell you, this business was built from the ground up. Leon Mills started with one van. Now he has like 60 vans to cover you wherever you are in Central Florida. Their techs are awesome. They know these brands inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have, and they can repair. Not to mention Carrier factory authorized dealers. That can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Summer is in full swing here in Florida, complete with lots of sunshine, heat, and humidity. Perfect ingredients for the beach, but really tough on your old windows and doors. No problem, though. Replace them with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason, longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. As Stephanie says, the appointment from beginning to end was amazing, very friendly and knowledgeable. Would recommend them to anyone. Renewal by Andersen has a great deal to help you get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Ray Trendley here. Call TK Law today to learn about how our collaboratively trained attorneys can build a team that avoids the stress of litigation. No court battles, just solutions. OneFirmForLife.com.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
The Girlfriends is back with a new season. And this time, I'm telling you the story of Kelly Harnett. Kelly spent over a decade in prison for a murder she says she didn't commit. As she fought for her freedom, she taught herself the law.
He goes, oh, God, Harnett, jailhouse lawyer.
And became a beacon of hope for the women locked up alongside her.
I think I was put here to save souls by getting people out of prison.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Girlfriends Jailhouse Lawyer, and listen now.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
You know, I've always loved the aroma of a finely aged pine reduction. But I'm thinking if we brought all of the orange peels from down south, added them in, it might add a lot of balance to it.
Used to get that going through Umatilla back when oranges still grew here in Florida.
Yeah.
And there's an orange juice processing plant up there, and you would smell that burnt orange.
Is that pleasant or not?
It is not pleasant.
Okay.
It's bitter and acrid smell is what it is.
You want to know what is a nice smell as far as food production? The Nabisco factory in New Jersey.
Oh, really?
When you drive by that thing, oh, it smells so good.
Actually, there was two in town. Well, there's one that's no longer there. The Frito-Lay plant on the corner of Silver Star and John Young Parkway.
That stunk to holy hell.
My dad's print shop used to be right across the street from that, and you would smell that. It's just basically, imagine walking into a place, and it's just fryer grease. All you smell is fryer oil. So imagine
every morning, Monday through Friday, I would smell that at 5 o'clock in the morning.
So heavy, too. It was so heavy. And then, of course, the Merita Bread Factory was the greatest scent that Central Florida ever had to offer.
Well, no, I mean, it's one of them. But I have to say, I do miss the smell of orange blossoms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that used to be such a great scent.
Driving through the groves and smelling them?
Well, even at night, when you had groves even around your neighborhood and you'd smell, now if you've got a neighbor with night blooming jasmine, you're still treated to that. But there was just nothing like smelling orange blossoms.
I would agree with that. Man,
I loved that smell.
Going back and forth from Orlando to P-Town, I would always drive up to the Ocala National Forest and inevitably through Umatilla. And right there off of 441 or 19, there was an orange juice processing plant because the railroad ran right through there. So they would process the juice, the concentrate, put it in the tanks, and send it off. And if you were there on a certain day or came by there a certain day when they were, and I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what caused that smell, but it just smelled like they were burning the peels is what it smelled like, because it was this really super concentrated, kind of almost bent, like bitter orange smell.
Don't get that in your eyes.
Oh, man. Not too bad, though. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
Tomorrow is National Chicken Wing Day. We'll get ahead of the prize. And the reason I want to tell you now is because we don't get on the air until 3 o'clock.
Oh,
right? So by the time we get on the air, get past news, it's already 4.
It's one of the things I hate about Deb's news.
Yeah.
Is when you will tell us that, it's free this today, and we're here until 7, so it doesn't help Jim or I out.
It's not about you guys.
Well, it should be.
All right, I'll start doing these like Jim.
A day in advance.
A day in advance. There you go.
Look,
heads up.
It's thoughtful, is it not?
It's very thoughtful because now you are absolutely planning someone's lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to help somebody out.
And dinner, they could go pick up some chicken wings on the way home after they're done listening to us.
And it says here, by the way, and I don't see this in the restaurants, but it says that chicken wing prices have actually dropped this year, which is crazy because I'm telling you, man, one of the things that is startling outside of the price of beef is when you go to chicken wing restaurants these days and you order like 10 wings and fries and a soda, dude, that's like $25 now.
It's crazy.
It used to be like I used to go to Flyers up in Pine Hills, which, by the way, if you haven't been to Flyers Wings and Grill in Pine Hills, in my humble opinion, for years, they had the best out there, the way you're really supposed to make them. You could get 16 wings, fries, and a soda for $12.
Whoa.
That was their like daily lunch special. And they could not keep, I mean, it was just crazy how many people came in and out of there. Now Papa B's up in the Longwood area is very famous, and there are a number of places around town that have good chicken wings, but those stereotypical Buffalo ones were like that. I've never really tried any of the chain ones. outside of the places like, Wing House and places like that.
Yeah, same here.
Like, I don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings anymore. I'm not a big fan of that. And they've done nothing to me. I'm just not a big fan of it. But right now, Buffalo...
They've done nothing to me.
they haven't.
Like, they didn't touch me inappropriately.
They didn't do anything. They weren't
though I
rude to me.
asked.
They're giving customers 6 free wings, boneless or traditional, with an order of only $10 or more.
Whoa.
And that's great because I think 6 wings at Buffalo Wild Wings is about $10.
Yes. Yeah.
It says if you use the if you order online or on the app and use the promo code Free Wings, you can get a number of their sauces. The one thing that Buffalo Wild Wings does have going for them is they have a multitude of different sauce flavors.
Yeah, they sell them in supermarkets.
Oh, yeah. Popeyes is the best, though. I do like Popeyes wings because they're not segmented. They fry them whole.
I never knew Popeyes had wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Through Sunday, August 3rd, when you order in stores with any purchase of a 6-piece bone-in wing, you'll get a free 6-piece order for free. So all you have to do is order 6 wings, and they'll give you 6 for free.
Nice.
So that's someone's getting a free lunch.
Yeah. Now, look, with a lot of these situations, guys, you have to be part of their loyalty program. I'm going to tell you straight up. And Popeyes is no different. You got to be part of their loyalty program, which you usually use is download the app, become part of their program so you can take advantage of this stuff. And by the way, you could go to every one of these stores. It's not like you can go to one and not the other. You can take advantage of every one of these deals.
Do you think there's someone out there planning their day around?
Well, okay, so I don't know about adults.
The glasses came off, Dad.
Yeah.
This is serious.
I hit the question.
I don't know about adults, but when Chick-fil-A does those things where if you dress up like a cow and you go there and you can get free stuff, my daughters do it and go to every Chick-fil-A they can hit. So they'll go to multiple Chick-fil-A's. They do the same thing with 7-Eleven on Free Slurpee Day.
Well, then they're going to be doing the same thing tomorrow for Chicken Wing Day.
So Wingstop is doing it. I've never even had a Wingstop wing.
Texter says the Buffalo Wild Wings, the one in Castleberry, is closed right now. I heard a rumor. It was they couldn't control their jukebox. It seemed like someone from outside the building was playing Journey.
That Wingstop, that Buffalo Wild Wings, if I remember right, is one that's kind of caught up in a legal issue with the owners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think that franchise had some kind of weird thing happening with the ownership and the corporate company or something like that. There was something weird about that one because that's the one we used to go to all the time.
Right.
And
they've done nothing to Jim.
Yeah, nothing. All right, so National Chicken Wing Day from Wingstop. 5 free wings with a qualifying chicken purchase, such as an order of classic or boneless wings, tenders, or a chicken sandwich. Get the deal by ordering for carryout or delivery. And, of course, you have to go to the Wingstop app and type in free wings to get this. Wingstop already doing the National Chicken Tender Day, too, by the way. And wings are just chicken tenders with a bone. 7-Eleven's doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, 7-Eleven's, if you're a part of that rewards program, buying an 8-piece order of boneless wings and get 8 for free.
So chicken tenders, I mean, if you look at it.
Chicky titty?
More chicken.
Chicky titty.
What is wrong with you?
Chicky titty.
Why do you revert into a child when it comes to talk this
Whenever
little chicken food?
When we hear chicken tenders, all I hear is kids' meal food. Like, chicken tenders. You want a chicken titty?
Well, you call them drummies.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
that's,
tendies.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's easier to eat. It should, by all means, it should be better than a chicken wing.
I know, but they're not.
But it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not
only Zaxby's is close. Because I love Zaxby's.
You like that Zaxby's.
But I'm telling you, you're right. The wing is better and the process is better. Man, I got to tell you, this little Asian place that I go to up in Eustis, this little Chinese, like stereotypical strip center Chinese place, they do chicken wings like as an appetizer, and it's just full fried chicken wings. 6 of them is like $9.
Wow.
It is like, it's the great, and there's no flavor on them. They just basically bread them and fry them. So you can bring them home and then toss them in your own sauce.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I do.
It's too much work.
I know. I like when other people do the work.
Exactly.
I know. Just hot sauce and butter. It's just hot sauce and butter. That's all it is. That's all wing sauce is you melt like half a stick of butter and then you put like a quarter a cup of your favorite hot sauce, stir it up and toss them on your wings. That's literally it. It's 2 ingredients. It's too much. God almighty. God almighty. Beef O'Brady's is doing it.
No, but I didn't know that, and now I do.
Buffalo's Cafe, Dave & Buster's. So if you want to get, Hooters is doing it too. Boy, the Hooters way down on the list here.
What's your hot sauce that you'll go to make your own chicken wing sauce?
Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Yeah, sometimes I use Texas Pete, but I just like the regular old, red pepper hot sauce mixed with butter, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne to make it a little bit more spicy.
Okay.
That's what I do.
I like how he said, it's simple. You just do that and then 5 ingredients. If he lists 5 ingredients.
I added one more ingredient, Jack.
Hot sauce,
butter.
butter.
It's hot sauce, butter, and then
salt, pepper, and cayenne.
Oh, come on. It's salt and pepper? You didn't nail me for salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper. There's an and in between them. It's
how do you guys
salt,
stay
pepper.
married? How do you do it? How do you stay married?
I have a very understanding wife.
I will shut my mouth.
But, it'd be great.
Shut my mouth.
It'd be great if you made some of that homemade, chicken wing sauce and then brought it in so Jack and I could judge it.
Easy. I will melt some butter here and then stir it together.
With your cayenne and your pepper and your salt.
You like it spicy?
Yeah.
You like? Yeah. Are you like spicy, Jack? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like how spicy?
Not medium. Not nothing crazy. I like a little heat.
Like if
heat for flavor.
So you can't say the word hot, or is it just like when you order? Is it hot garlic, hot something, or is it just medium?
I can, if it's just like the buffalo sauce temperature, I will go medium.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But if it's like hot garlic wings, that's fine because I think that garlic kind of reduces the heat.
Oh, yeah, really?
I don't know.
It does.
Does it?
Zaxby's.
I don't know how it works.
Look, guys, if you want to find out, go to usatoday.com and you'll see it. You'll see the story. It basically says National Chicken Wing Day 2025, and it gives you like 40 places you can go and get some free food tomorrow.
Make sure you get that list to your daughters so they know what they're doing tomorrow.
They ain't eating their chicken wings. One of them is still in California. I actually just went to Washington today. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Take a little break. Our buddy Ray Trindley from TK Law is next.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The roadways are busy tonight, and so are emergency crews clearing up a couple accidents around the area. There's a crash where Land Street Road meets Bachman Road. The right lane's blocked on Mills Avenue, northbound at Colonial Drive. Look out for an accident reported on Apopka Vineland Road near I-4. Traffic slowing down on the Greenway northbound, heading over Lake Jessup Bridge due to an earlier accident there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Everybody, Jim here for my friends over at Eustace Roofing. Man, oh man, when you want experience, let me tell you, you do not have to go very far. Eustace Roofing has all you need. They've been in business since 1959. Do the math, carry the 2. 65 years in the roofing business in Florida is quite an achievement. 4.9 Google rating with over 1,000 reviews, and in 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. Yeah, they have no interest financing. Yeah, they serve all of Central Florida, and yes, they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture it on site so it fits your home perfectly. And yes, they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by simply cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. What you need to do is get these guys on your property for a free estimate. It's EustaceRoofing.com. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts, Eustace Roofing.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points! Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag! Sorry. In the bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Check out Behind the Flow, a podcast documentary series following the launch of San Diego Football Club.
San Diego coming to MLS is going to be a game changer because this region has been hungry for a men's professional soccer team.
We need to embrace this community.
Listen to San Diego FC Behind the Flow on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Behind the Flow and start listening.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Somebody on the texting service figured out my My little Chinese plug. You better keep your mouth shut, dude. You know what's best for you. Don't tell anybody about our Chinese food plug. You just keep it nice and quiet out there. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
I thought you were like pro small business.
Every single Monday. Every single Monday, this gentleman joins us around 6:20 to talk about things happening in the legal world out in the world. He runs TK Law. Offices right there in Altamont Springs. OneFirmForLife.com. Good and loud for our friend, Mr. Ray Trinley.
Hey! Woohoo!
Happy Monday.
Looking good today, big dog. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
You're doing really well.
You know, I do like to talk about the law and all things legal, but I really want to know about this Chinese restaurant.
No, stop. I'm never giving it up. It's like, it's like one of those little spots you find. It is a strip center Chinese restaurant like you see in every strip center. There's going to be 4 or 5 things, right?
Okay.
There's always going to be a smoothie shop. There's going to be a hair and nails place. And there's going to be a little Chinese restaurant, maybe a Jimmy John's or a Jersey Mike's or something.
Is it right next to the hair and nail place?
No, it's not.
I'm just trying to find out so I can try to get my my Google going.
Look, you know it's good when you pull up there at 9 o'clock at night, and there are literally, and I'm not joking, 15, 18 people just waiting out front for their orders to be done so they can pick them up.
This is the one by PetSense, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so good. I'll give them a shout. It's China 8, and it's good.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
is.
good.
I love Chinese food.
Yeah,
it's
I do
one
too.
of my really big go-tos.
And the great thing about it, buddy, is you go in there and you spend like $30. You get a couple meals, right? You get sweet and sour chicken. You get the lo mein with everything in it.
Right.
And they give you, like, if you order a certain amount, they give you free egg rolls or wontons. There's no way you could eat it. I mean, there's no chance you could eat it all in one sitting. So you're spending that money, and you're getting, not only you're getting that dinner, you're getting lunch the next day.
It's the best.
You can't lose, dude.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to try it out.
All right, very good. Yeah, whenever you're in Lake County, come out there and try it out.
I'll go out there tonight.
Yeah,
9
you will.
o'clock.
You
they
will.
got,
He will.
He would.
Ray will.
I'm going to be at the office late tonight anyway. Might as well get some good food.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. So Ray comes in on Mondays. We talk about some things happening. I'm actually looking for your email right now. Mental health warnings on social media.
Yeah, mental health and porn, the 2 things we're going to talk about today.
Sure, let's do it.
So the first of which is, let's talk about the mental health warnings. So we've talked about this a little bit before. So what we are seeing is more and more research and studies going over the ill effects that social media has on young children's developing minds. State of Minnesota says we're going to do something about it. First state that I could find in my research that has passed a law that is going to require social media companies to post warnings when you enter onto the website that explain the harm to children in using AI.
So give me an example of that.
Oh, I haven't seen the example yet, but I imagine it's going to say something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just give me an idea. What do you think it's going to sound like or look like?
Yeah, what I like to picture it as is kind of like the cigarette warnings that we see on packs of cigarettes now. Warning, this may cause mental health trauma. We've seen issues of anxiety, depression, suicide ideations, all from children who've using social media. Please be aware. And this is interesting because the only way this passes constitutional muster is on the public health and safety standpoint, which is the government has a right to be able to compel speech when it's necessary for the public health and welfare. And so it's an interesting test case. I don't know if you've ever gone to like Canada or other countries where you see their cigarette warnings, but they show you like what a cancer lung looks like.
Yeah.
Or, somebody breathing through a hole in their neck. It's pretty graphic stuff. And, I always felt like, we've always been a little bit vanilla in our warnings here in the United States. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually come up with.
But you know what? The cigarette company really did step out, or the anti-cigarette company stepped out when they had, one of the more famous commercials of all of them is the woman who was talking through her, what is that thing called?
Trach.
Yeah, but there's a word for what that is.
Stoma, that's
it. Yeah. And she was talking through that. She put it up there, I was 39 years old, doing the whole 9 yards, right? I found that to be painfully effective.
Sure.
And do you guys, by the way, do you agree or not? If a commercial is effective, is when it comes on, you change the channel. Is that effective or not? Has that polarized to the point where you've made a decision?
Well, as soon as you hear Sarah McLachlan, you know not to look up.
Right, yeah.
You know not to look
You
up.
hear that song playing in the background.
So I don't know how much of that it helps, but now the youth tobacco program that Florida had, remember their commercials? They were some of the most effective ads ever put out. And it was from a Florida, up in Tallahassee.
Department of Health.
Yeah, where they put these ads out, and they were the best.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all remember the this is your brain on drugs ads.
Oh yeah, the fried egg.
Yeah, and we know that the smoking commercials or the anti-smoking commercials have worked. I mean, we know that. I mean, smoking is at its lowest. Down. I mean, the lowest rate in the history of this country.
Sure.
I mean, since the inception of cigarettes, this is the lowest smoking rate per capita that we've ever had ever. So it does work. It just takes 3 decades to work.
Right.
So I don't know how this is going to apply to that. I mean, do you think kids read warning labels when they consider things like that? I mean, they probably already know too, right?
Well, and I do think there's always an element of education that's a part of this, right? So there's always the curiosity part. You find that when people see something they didn't know before, that there's at least some percentage of them that are going to do the further research and try to figure it out. I don't know how effective that's going to be on children who we already know are being targeted so that they spend as much time on social media as possible. So how good are these warnings going to be? I really don't know.
Right, yeah. And isn't it weird for the social media companies to fight this? Isn't it kind of weird? I mean, you think of the idea. So what's wrong? So it pops up. You warn a 12 or 13-year-old of where they're going because they could encounter some activity or some content that could damage them or really traumatize them for a while. Because if you're 10 or 11, you tune into some extremely graphic sex or something, it's going to make you ask a lot of questions. But it says here in the context of this that social media companies are trying to block this. They're trying to block the enforcement. Why wouldn't they partner up instead of trying to do that?
Well, we saw this with cigarettes, and it's a really good comparison because we saw that originally with them as well. And the first thing that the social media companies have done is they've targeted and attacked the research studies that were being done as these are not effective and peer-reviewed studies and research. Now, granted, social media has only been around for 18, 19 years now.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I guess MySpace was probably a little bit older than that, so maybe 22 years. Not a long time. So we're just now seeing the effects of children that have had social media all throughout, adolescence becoming adults right now. And so the data we have is all very new. There's not a comprehensive study. So that's one way they're attacking it. And the other way they're attacking it is from a free speech component, right? Again, that's the reason why the state of Minnesota has to attack this as a public health issue, is because generally speaking, the government can't compel private actors to speak or say certain things. And so, we have a strict scrutiny standard on that. And so, it's one of those things where, generally under strict scrutiny, a lot of laws don't pass muster. But this one, again, at least they're couching with this research. And if you attack the research, then the whole thing goes away.
Yeah, there's a quote here that I think is kind of interesting. It says, if you had expected big tobacco to make cigarettes less addictive in the 50s and 60s, you would have been sorely mistaken. Quote, addiction is their business model, and the same is true for big tech.
Yeah, 100% true.
Didn't Zuckerberg, didn't he as much admit to that Facebook was created to make you be addicted to it?
Well, we know that for a fact through that documentary that Jack gave us. What's that thing called, Jack?
The social...
Yeah. Wait, the social dilemma.
Yeah, that wasn't assigned, but that would be a good one. I'm check it out.
But no, that is true, though. And I think Zuckerberg kind of skated around and said, we've heard and seen and thought things. I don't think he said we downright knew it when we designed it. But he understands that some of the design features are compelling to children. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know. The more I dig in on these types of cases and I see the research that they're drawing from, the more
shakier you think it is?
Well, no, the more I'm concerned about the future of our society.
Oh, you're just now thinking that?
It gets worse and worse the more you dig in. And so
I got really lucky that my kids came on into the world of social media as they were just kind of getting out of high school.
Yeah.
So it didn't really permeate them that much, and they do enjoy it, but they're not like saddled with it.
Sure.
They don't. I mean, none of them are like on their phone 24/7, and they just missed that. I must be part of this scenario. And now, as adults, they only do it to keep in touch with people they like, and don't really kind of engage the larger audience that is social media.
Right. So it's interesting. And I think it's a completely unrelated topic, but, the issue of suppression of speech and use of bots, that's under the court review right now, too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing with all the new technology and AI just breaking out over the last couple of years, we're probably going to have a lot of precedent-setting decisions because we're in uncharted territory. We don't know. Nobody really knows. And our data set is so small, we only have a little bit of information to work with. It may seem like we have a lot, but really we don't. These things are still hallucinating, but yet still the biggest companies in the world are still using them to get past, employee weight is basically what it is, but it is happening.
It is happening.
Yeah. And they're hallucinating like crazy. They just had one that the medical community used, and it made up studies again. It just completely made them all up.
I've been trying to train. I've got a bot that I've been training probably for the last year and a half or so. I give it very specific data sets to pull from very specific pieces of information, just trying to build a research tool. And, with the latest ChatGPT 4 point, whatever it is, it started doing wonky things. So I think I went back to an older version. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? And it started working right. So I don't know what's going on. If it's something that people are training into the bots now that are making it.
Well, we know they do that because, Elon has retooled Grok now like 3 times because it spit out some crazy S 2 or 3 times. And then what he does, if you follow him on X, what he does is he'll ask Grok a question on his, to make that point. His post is, hey, Grok. And then it spits out. The one that he just did here recently, I was like, wow, that doesn't sound like an AI bot pulling information from all the information. It sounds like a bot with an opinion.
Right.
It's kind of what it sounds like.
Wild.
Yeah, it is incredibly wild because they can do that. They can program it to feel a certain way or to pull information that supports a certain subject. And it's very convincing until you vet it and you find out, we just deal with this with the government. I mean, the Kennedy, RFK just used information during a committee hearing that it hallucinated. It made up cases to support itself.
Yeah.
And this is the U.S. government doing that.
Again, a lot of people don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
It just wants to give you the answer, things you want.
That's right. Well, let's go to this other case because I want to make sure we get this in. This is the Meta case. I actually almost pulled this a couple weeks ago to talk about if this is the same case. It says Meta pirated and seeded porn for years to train AI.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't the same case. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so I had to look up this company. I've never heard of the company before, and that's not just me saying that. But the company is Strike 3 Holdings. Have you ever heard of that?
No, that doesn't ring a bell.
No.
They claim to be the Steven Spielberg of porn, which to me is high praise.
Okay, very nice.
So what they're claiming is that Meta had its employees on their private computers pay using Meta resources and Meta computers that, basically they were funding torrenting porn, and they were. I'm not exactly sure. Without getting viruses on my phone, I was trying to do some research, but not too much research on this. But apparently, this company, Strike 3 Holdings, has found evidence that Meta has been BitTorrenting these very popular adult films and film stars, because I guess their stuff is the best. And you can find the connections in the data when you have Meta's AI try to generate images. And it's what their argument is in the lawsuit is the only way you could draw those pictures of those body parts
is if you've seen them before.
So
basically, I was just reading it as you were I was listening. It says porn sites may have blown up Meta's key defense in a copyright fight with book authors who earlier said this year that Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes.
Yep.
Terabytes of data across multiple shadow libraries. And like you said, and much like we thought that would happen with the AI when it comes to authors and content creators, is that it borrows from all of those. So if it writes something a la E.E. Cummings or whatever, and it has the same meter or style, that you could sue if you were part of E.E. Cummings' estate because it has borrowed from that copyrighted material to create its brand new thought process. This is the same thing. So basically, when you ask AI to create you a porn star, a virtual porn star, and if it pulls...
Jim's face comes up. Weird.
If it pulls any information from this Strike 3 company to create that image, Strike 3 should be compensated for that because Meta at that point has borrowed from copyrighted material to create a new product.
Correct. And so what makes this interesting on a number of different notes is they've been able to track the IP address to Meta employees, and the ISP is registered to Facebook as a corporate connection. So so you're 100% right. You beat me to the next point, which is we just saw Meta beat one of these lawsuits not even a month ago because there was no direct evidence that suggested that the AI was scraping copyrighted materials.
Oh, but now that's changing.
And so, obviously, again, I only did limited research here, guys, but assuming what they say is true in this lawsuit, it could be the proverbial smoking gun to prove that Meta has been, scraping this information. And again, it's hard to take just an IP address and say, okay, this is proof. But, if you take what they're saying as true and correct, it'll be very, very interesting because you're talking about, billion, if not trillions of dollars in damages between all the plaintiffs have sued Meta.
And the interesting part is this really is its Achilles heel.
It is.
I mean, when you look at AI, you think, well, it seems like, insurmountable. Like a fight against this would be insurmountable, but it's really not because it only pulls from data that has already been created. And when it pulls from copyrighted data, especially from creatives, whether it be a movie, a film, a book, a magazine, a comic book, a drawing, whatever the case may be, a photograph for that matter, and if, let's say it creates a photograph, you're like, create me a photograph that looks like Ansel Adams took it. And you take that picture and you're like, wow, that looks like a landscape from Ansel Adams. And then you're Ansel Adams' estate and you go, well, that's weird. Would that computer have known what that photograph would have looked like? Would a Ansel Adams landscape would have looked like without that command and without that information to glean upon? No, it wouldn't have known that. It would have created any landscape photo that would have had no significance outside of just being a landscape photo.
So according to this complaint, 47 separate IP addresses that were registered to Meta employees, and the connection type was under an ISP was under Facebook's corporate account, downloaded more than 2,396 of these adult films from this company.
Wow.
They're seeking over $359 million in statutory damages plus punitive damages. So you're talking about, $500 million just to get started.
That's right. And that's just what they're asking. That's not what it's going to cost them to litigate this.
Correct.
That's none of that stuff. And this is one case with one area. This doesn't, we're not even talking music yet, which it obviously borrows from because I know people when you use AI to create like original songs and you make it play like a country song, like, oh, that could be literally any song from Luke Bryan, from Brad Paisley, from Alan Jackson. You could literally say that the case. But the thing is proving this in court is a little bit more difficult because it could also have just created it with a GCD chord progression.
Right.
And you could just say, hey, give me a GCD chord progression of a country song about my attorney friend Ray Trenley. And as long as you don't say make it sound like Alan Jackson or Brad Paisley, GCD is a pretty common chord progression. And there are hundreds of thousands of songs that have been written with that.
But under copyright infringement law, if it's the same or substantially similar and it causes confusion, you could still be liable.
And that's all it has to do, right?
That's right.
It just has to make you think of something else that was originally there.
That's right. And so we saw that with the Robin Thicke case.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so and that's so simple, but that's really all it takes under the law. And so the law is going to have to evolve to keep track of this stuff because it's moving so fast. And while we all agree that, like, at least as it is now, most music is generated based off of somebody else's concept that you kind of differentiate. And that's the real key, is that you have to make it unique enough to differentiate it. I don't think we're on board for people being able to generate like or very substantially similar data.
No.
And that would be copyright infringement. So
it's going to be interesting because a lot of this stuff is used online, right? So when you create the AI, you're not keeping it in your house for yourself going, hey, come over and listen to my AI song. You're putting it out online. And the minute you publish anything like that could be questionable, obviously the law is going to be a litany of litigation. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Like, this is all they're going to have to deal with is fighting in court where this creation came from and what was the source data.
And apparently this company, Strike 3 Productions or whatever holdings it was, they filed like over 250 different lawsuits all over the country alleging the same stuff.
This is really kind of going back, not like Napster, but in that same context.
Same vein.
It's kind of like Napster. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing. You file a bunch of lawsuits, scare the piss out of everybody doing it, and get one person in jail, and then move forward.
But what's going to be bigger, Meta or porn?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big heavyweight fight.
Yeah, I could do without Facebook. 407-916-1041. Deb, you heard it here first?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Cincinnati's police chief is angry. Closer to home, Orange County now faces a DOJ audit. And a tech company turns to Gwyneth Paltrow after the Kiss Cam controversy. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. We'll take a little break, come back to You Heard It Here First, and get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, this is Central Florida meteorologist Noah Bergen here from the Fox 35 Storm Team. Wow, is it hot. Even for lifelong Floridians, this is some big stuff. Excessive heat watch again for Tuesday. Actual temperatures near 100 inland. At the beaches, mid to high 90s. With the humidity on Tuesday, the heat index between 110 and 120. Yes, you heard that correctly for Tuesday afternoon. After Tuesday, the heat starts to come down and afternoon rain chances will rise as we head into the end portion of this week.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Featuring Gravedigger, Sparkle Smash, and more. Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. Tickets on sale now.
This summer, luxury meets legendary performance at the Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Get behind the wheel of the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee with employee pricing plus and an additional $3,500 bonus cash allowance. That's serious savings on the SUV built for bold families and fearless weekend warriors. But only for a limited time. The Land Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of the lifetime warranty. TheLandAuto.com. See dealer for details. Restrictions apply. Not all purchasers will qualify. Offer ends July 31st.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here in 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. All the kick, all the flavor, no aftertaste. Grab an ice-cold can of Eye Candy Energy Drink and taste the sweet life. Get yours at select locations and always online at eyecandyenergydrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Carl Black Chevrolet wants to send you and a friend to Nashville to see country music icon Dwight Yoakam live in concert on Tuesday, September 9th. Log on to carlblack.com/trip for your chance to win 2 lawn seats to see Dwight Yoakam at Ascend Amphitheater in Nashville. Round-trip airfare and 2 nights deluxe hotel accommodations at the Omni Hotel Nashville are included. Carl Black Chevrolet will also put $200 spending cash in your pocket. Log on to carlblack.com/trip for your chance to grab a pair of lawn seat tickets to see Dwight Yoakam in Nashville. Plus spending cash, round-trip airfare, and deluxe hotel accommodations. Carl Black Chevy Buick GMC Orlando, 11500 East Colonial Drive, and online at carlblackorlando.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So we will look ahead on Real Radio tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. The Monsters start. What happens on a Tuesday? Well, you know you get the Triple R trivia. However, Detective Barr from Crime Line will be in, and they will, of course, King of Denmark lead into Hot Takes. That all happens on a Tuesday edition of The Monsters. Don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law. When it comes to planning your family's future, visit onefirmforlife.com.
Listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Come on, man. Betsy, Patty, whatever, whoever won the... I was in line on the phone, and she just messed up my day. I was this close. And I would have gotten a free thing, and I would have loved to have gone to the Struts, but, you know, Stevie Nicks. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, how's it again? Yep, now you got me chiming in, bro, because wings, hitting the soft spot, one of my top 10 foods. Make a darn good wing over here beachside. But anyway, if you haven't tried it, bro, you got to try Frank's. That really, I mean, all the hot sauces, but for wings, if you're making that very complicated sauce, Frank's all the way.
Complicated,
Aloha.
see? Five ingredients, I knew it.
There you go.
Brother Matt agrees with me. It's complicated.
That's right. Yep.
There you go. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yo.
Ray Trindley.
Yeah.
That's onefirmforlife.com, by the way. Office is right there in Altamont Springs. It's TK Law is the company. By the way, they handle a number of legal disciplines. You know, a number of attorneys only do one or two things. I know that in your office there, you have a litany of attorneys that can answer a lot of questions, everything from estate planning all the way up to divorces and family matters, trip and falls. You can do it all.
Everything in between.
Very nice. Again, don't forget that. onefirmforlife.com. TK Law. There he is. Ray Tremley. Let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Well, Cincinnati's police chief is angry after an attack in the downtown area went viral.
What should we expect from our youth if this is the kind of adult behavior that is setting an example for them.
The online cell phone videos show a man and a woman being physically attacked by a group of people on Saturday. So today, Chief Teresa Thecke said 5 people have been charged. She anticipates more arrests. She added she was outraged that so many people taped the incident rather than calling police. How many calls do you think they got reporting this incident?
40.
Ray hit it on 1.
Are you serious?
They got 1 call.
Everybody
to
was
police
too busy recording.
Everybody was too busy recording.
Unbelievable.
The incident has gotten the attention of the White House, with VP J.D. Vance calling it, quote, disgusting. I saw it all over Twitter this weekend.
It was bad.
Myself. It was very, very, it was mob mentality. I mean, they just knocked her out.
The drowning thing, too. It's like that, right?
Yeah.
You sit there and take videos of somebody drowning.
Instead of going in and helping.
And you're not obligated to help. You could literally sit there and watch somebody die, and there's
nothing they can do. All right, Orange County is now the latest government agency to get audited by Florida's Department of Government Efficiency. Oh, that little blue dot's going to get a letter from Florida Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ingoglia sent to Mayor Jerry Demings requests DOGE have access to whatever county facilities, data systems, and personnel that will be needed to investigate a trove of information going back to 2019. The letter sent to the county is nearly identical to letters also sent to Gainesville and Broward County governments earlier this month. Governor Ron DeSantis also announced that Manatee County will also be subjected to a DOGE audit.
There you go.
And then finally, the tech company at the center of a recent controversy involving 2 of its execs caught on a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert is turning to Gwyneth Paltrow for an assist. Have you seen any of this?
When you said it, I had no idea.
It's one of the best ads I've seen in a while.
It is brilliant. So the former wife of Coldplay frontman Chris Martin was hired, as she says, on a very temporary basis to put a positive spin on the company whose now former CEO and HR chief were seen cuddling with each other rather than their respective spouses. Paltrow has so far used what will be her limited time with Astronomer to put out a video fielding questions. They're basically all about the cheating scandal, but she somehow manages to refocus the conversation on things like data automation and delivering game-changing results.
It was a really good ad.
It's
Who's behind it? You know who's behind it?
Who?
Ryan Reynolds' PR firm.
Oh, really?
His media group.
Oh, wow.
It
was
brilliant.
fantastically done. I laughed out loud, literally.
Yeah,
So did I. I mean, of course, Chris Martin's ex-wife, Coldplay.
Yeah, it was really good.
It makes perfect sense.
And when you watch it, it has that Ryan Reynolds feel all over it.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Well, you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deb. Appreciate that so much. Oh, yeah, totally forgot about that. Who do we have to thank today, young lady?
You didn't forget. We don't do it there.
Yeah, that's right. Just wanted to cover my bases in case I did.
We want to thank the friendliest attorney, Ray Trendley from TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
This guy.
Also want to thank Sideshow Bam for his Superman movie review.
Yeah.
And last but never least, Sam Bone and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it, guys, as we do every day. Jack, question of the day.
Yeah, Ray, when do you get gas in your car? Where does the tank have to be for you to say, I'm going to get gas?
Oh, don't say it yet. What do you guys think? He hits me like a half a tank guy.
I'll say quarter.
No, I'm going to go that he's a rebel like you are, Jim, and he wants to drive until the little light comes on.
I would doubt that Ray would ever jeopardize not making it to a deposition and or a court date because of gas.
I'm a half a tank kind of guy.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit over, it's perfect. If it's a little bit under, I start panicking.
19% of people in our YouTube chat are also half a tank. Only 5% are the 3/4 tank. Those little anal people. That's me, too.
Yeah, I know.
Little anal. Don't call him little anal.
When the light is on, a quarter of the listeners respond when the light is on. Whoa! Half of the listeners, about quarter of a tank. When it gets down to a quarter of a tank, half the people say that's when they get gas.
That's about right. I think when most people, I think it's a quarter of a tank for most people.
I thought when you said 3/4 of a tank, I thought 3/4 of a tank empty.
Oh, no, that's full.
Yeah.
I make myself feel a little bit better now.
Yeah. I'm not as weird as I thought I was. Always good seeing you, big dog.
Good to see you guys.
Again, that's TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices right there in Altamont Springs. We talk to Ray every single Monday at 6:20, so set an alarm. He'll be here next week for sure as well. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
And stay cool. See you tomorrow. Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Crews are still off to the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching Canoe Creek Road, clearing up that accident there. There's a crash on Mills